evening and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show, the nighttime program. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're a lot better than Wolfgang Winter. He seems a little bitchy today. Little Midol, maybe a nap, Wolfgang, you'll be fine. He says, am I the only one that thinks it's sad that only 11 people are watching? Well, seeing as that was the opening screen, no, I wouldn't expect many more people. You see, most shows, when they start 30 seconds in, there aren't much more than that. But, all right, whatever point you wanted to make, I guess you made it. Do you want to stick around and, enjoy the show, or do you want to just, you want us to help you out, or you just want to take off? It's up to you. Because we'll be in the hundreds here in a little bit. Do you want to point that out, or do you just want to be a cunt? Because, we don't do on this show what other shows do, where we go, oh, not Wolfgang. What are we going to do about Wolfgang? I don't want to tangle with that Wolfgang fella. He's got 2 green eyes on his avatar. See, we just kind of make fun of you and smack you around and make you look like kind of a cunt, like a little bitch, like a girl. And then we just kind of ignore you the rest of the way. So it's up to you, buddy. You can join the fun, or we can just have fun at your expense. Your call. Carlos says, also, Aaron, did you hear we apparently got rid of the 9/11 mastermind? Yeah, what's his name? Is it Al-Zawahiri or Khalid Sheikh Mohammed? Or did we invent another guy and then kill him? Because I feel like with ISIS and Al-Qaeda, we just keep creating new guys and then we kill them. Like when things start to get really bad, when there's, a bad economy or maybe a bad inflation report, it seems like we always drag out the number 2 guy in Al-Qaeda or ISIS, and then we just kill that guy. I don't know. I think it tells you a lot about where the country's at right now, that nobody really seems to give a shit that we got. Was it Ayman al-Zawahiri? Because I thought we killed him. Al-Qaeda kill. That's a kill. Ayman al-Zawahiri. I thought he was dead. And then who was the other one? Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. I thought we've had him in jail or whatever at Guantanamo. I thought we've had him since basically this whole thing started. I can't keep track anymore. We apparently killed Osama bin Laden, the most wanted man in American history. And then, as Patrice O'Neill once said, flushed him down the ocean. So, I noticed, though, I've been kind of prepping for the shows and stuff, and I got to do a little more show prep later on. I have noticed that nobody's biting. They kind of threw that in there. They threw that out there to kind of distract people. Like, Ayman al-Zawahiri, he's dead. And it's like, see, nobody cares. When gas is $4 a gallon and you can't afford food, you tend not to care if some terrorist, we've been playing this terrorism game for 20 years. The American people kind of know it's bullshit right by now. We've spent trillions upon trillions of dollars, invaded countless countries, got involved in even more countless civil wars that we didn't belong in, all in the name of fighting terrorists so they don't attack us over here. I mean, Americans are dumb, don't get me wrong, but we're not 20 years still thinking this is going on dumb. We've kind of figured that part out. Mikey Two Milk says, I've been plugging Steel Toe hard in a KQ Facebook group. They all complain that the show has lost its edge. I tell them I have just the show for them and post the link. Hope some come around and stay. I hope they do too. That would be wonderful. KQ is a classic rock station here in Minnesota, and they've had the same morning show for 40 years. And he's retiring now, I think, at the end of this year. And Mikey's been nice enough to say, hey, guys, don't just disband. Become a Steel Toe fan club. Now, I don't know how many of them I want. They're probably all about 80. I don't know how much of a long-term listening investment they're going to be, but the more the merrier. We're closing in on 4,000. We were 5 subs away from 4,000 today, and then 20 of our listeners decided to be dicks and drop their subs. It was fucking stupid, but what are you going to do? Yeah, I wish you guys, look, I love my audience. I think they're great. They pay us to do the show, everything else, but I'll be honest, there's sometimes they do shit where it's read the room. Do you really, it didn't get me worked up. It didn't get me shouting at them. Really, all it did was bum me the fuck out because 4,000 in 3 months was really kind of a cool thing that I wanted to hit. Now, we had gained 30 in one morning show. and I was really pumped about it. And then like 20 of them dropped, and I get it. Like some people, they don't want to enjoy the show. They just want to try to wreck it, and they think it's funny. Like, when you get mad, it's funny. It's not. When I get mad at a thing I'm talking about, that's funny. But I get some people are like that. But like that doesn't even get me mad or yelling at you. That just, it's kind of, I don't know, it just kind of bummed me out. And the end of today's show, as good as today's show was, and we had 4 clips out of it, but as good as today's show was, like it ended on a really shitty note. Gray Duckling says, I'd be lying if it didn't come across my mind, but yeah, read the room. And I think only 3 of them have re-upped, so they decided to keep being dicks, so that's nice. That's what I get for trying to appeal to this audience's human side. But if you want to sub up, we are 25 subs away from hitting 4,000, so I would appreciate that.
Smash that like button and click the bell to get
Jesus
notifications.
Christ, what was that? What I meant to do was this.
Hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get notifications.
All right, so we have a great show set up for you today. I got to thank some people. Chops Talk, Belusier, and Redbeard, all becoming Yeehaw Club members. Thank you very much. So that's going to, we're going to start your guys' goal off tonight at 285. There's the PayPal link in the chat. Of course, super chats and memberships all count as part of the goal. If we hit that goal, we do, 30 minutes of overtime? And also the show breaks even for the month, which is really, really cool. So there it is. The PayPal link in the chat. Super chats, memberships, all of it counts. 285 the goal tonight. Thank you guys very much. Redbeard says, why doesn't it show my 3 months? I don't know. You know, there was another thing I was thinking just before the show started. Why aren't the going live notifications consistent? Because I noticed, like, when we go live in the morning, I never get one. When we go live in the evening, I sometimes get one. And when I schedule a video, I always get the notification when the premieres are starting. So I don't know what that is. Just whenever you subscribe to the channel, just make sure you hit the little bell and turn all the notifications on. And that way, hopefully, they send it to you. Nikki Fruit Loop says, YouTube also unsubs people from channels. Look, I've never had that amount of unsubs. Put it this way. Since we've come here, we haven't had a negative day. And I guess today still wouldn't. I think it would still be like a 16 sub gain today if it ended right now. But I don't think 20 have ever dropped off just like that. Although I Sneeze had a great point. It might have been 20 different Dave accounts. That's, you know what? Don't put it past him. Maybe I'm yelling at the wrong people. Ace and Deuce says, I hate to possibly hit a sore spot, but what happened to the show on Twitch? Oh, not a sore spot at all. We have, like 40,000 unique viewers now every month on YouTube, whereas on Twitch we had like 13,000. So believe me, we are much happier with the bigger audience we have here. Plus, we're mixing it up with other communities. It's great. They banned us and never told us why. I don't know what we said. I don't know who we upset, but we said something, and they got rid of it. And thank you to those of you who are still holding on to your Twitch subs, by the way. It does help this channel immensely, especially in a downtime. Not listener-wise, but just all our audience has to tighten their belts right now. So those Twitch subscriptions really do help every month. It's literally the difference between it being like a 5-person show that we have now and a 2 or 3-person show. It really does make that much of a difference. So thank you. Nikki Fruit Loop says, notifications have never worked for anyone for me. That's fucking weird, right? Ace and Deuce says, YouTube has been notorious for being poor with notifications. All right. Well, that would explain it then. Balls Deep with a $10 super chat. Wow, thank you very much. 280 away from our goal. High Main says Twitch is super woke. Oh, man, you wouldn't believe. And they're so inconsistent with how they punish people. It's like a guy will wave a gun and threaten somebody, and it's like, you're getting a 30-day suspension, mister. Meanwhile, some guy like made a funny noise with his mouth, this Greek god guy, and he's gone. He's banned. He's done. I don't understand it. I don't get how they do things over there. Belusier says, I have all of them on and never get anything when the shows come on. It's the Sunday show that's hard to catch live. We're going to try to start doing that right at 7. We've been kind of doing it whenever we can, the members-only shows. If you're a member of this channel, we do an extra show on Sundays. We'll try to do a little bit better with that. I'm sorry. Balls Deep says, I get a different homepage every other time I open the Steel Toe page. One is dark-themed, one not. I got to find the live stream on the white version. Oh, so you're saying the white version is the better version? You piece of shit. Let's continue on. Let's catch up with the chat. Then we got a lot of news to talk about. I got some inter-listener drama going on. I don't know. I got a weird show, man, but I'm really excited about it. Trident says, super woke, but they're okay with hot tub streams that objectify women. I guess writing on your body with permanent marker is super empowering if guys are throwing money at your tits. I guess that's a thing. Oh. The Balls Deep says the white version for him was the only version that works. Oh, no, believe me. I read between the lines. Of what he was saying. 100%. So thank you guys very much. 3977, the current subscriber number at the moment, and 280, our goal for the evening. If you feel like becoming a Steel Toe VIP, if you've never heard of this before, $250 in 1 week gets you all of our merch, the 3 t-shirts, Reborn, Born Again, and No Longer a Death Sentence, 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, and the Steel Toe Morning Show hoodie. You also get 2 tickets to every live event we do, which Saturday we have
Hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get notifications.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I was really gearing up there. This Saturday we have a live event. It's right there in the pinned comments, the ticket link to the anniversary show at Stoney's Bar in Rockville. We've got 48 tickets left to the comedy show at 8 o'clock, 15 spots left in the cornhole tournament at 3 o'clock. It's going to be an all-day party to celebrate our 8th anniversary. Of course, it's going to be about our 3.5-month anniversary, not even, here on YouTube. So very, very exciting. Grab your tickets. There's the link up pinned in the chat for the anniversary show coming up this Saturday. Just got word from Corey. He will be up. Johnny will be there. Oz will be there. Who else is performing? Tom Chilstrom, of course, who did a little time on this channel. And then I'll go up there and fucking humiliate myself for the rest of you. Let's keep up with that chat. Then a little inter-listener drama. I made the mistake of going on Reddit today, and I found 2 of my listeners fighting with each other on another show's subreddit. A steel toe fight broke out in the middle of someone else's subreddit. Oh, I tell you, I shouldn't even go. I shouldn't go, but I do. Geese Artel says, finding the live stream or a specific show I missed is a pain in the ass. Any way to add the date in the title or something? No, but I'll tell you, there is, but I'll tell you what I did do. I started putting chapters in the 4.5-hour morning shows, and I'll do it with the evening shows as well to tell you what we're talking about. I'm really excited about that. I was just too lazy to do it before, and I'm so fucking stupid. I didn't know how. It was like a 2-minute tutorial video, and I had it. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So far, a few comments from people saying that they really appreciate the chapters being in the morning shows. So hopefully that makes your listening experience a little easier. Skeezy says, my God, you're falling apart. I know, right? Frozen Asian says, good evening. April, welcome to the show.
Hello.
A little news about Frozen Asian. I was listening to my favorite daily show to listen to, Revenge of the Sis.
Of
I was
course.
listening to it throughout the afternoon. Frozen Asian ending his on-air role.
Really? How come?
With ROTC. If Frozen Asian has a second and he'd like to call in and explain it to us,
all ears.
I wouldn't mind hearing from the lovely and talented Frozen Asian.
Absolutely.
I had heard today that he was dead, so it's nice to know that he's alive. Gray Duckling with a $4.99 super chat says, I'm pretty sure I'll come, but can't commit. It's not you, it's me. I've heard that about you. The commitment issues. It's a thing. That drops the goal down to $275 this evening. There's all your links. Ball Powder says, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh, Ball Powder, don't worry. It's nothing but fun. Don't worry about it. I want to talk about this.
Okay.
So you've got Zen Rhino, right?
Yeah, lovely guy.
Zen Rhino loves this show. I mean, just over the moon for
Big
Steel
fan.
Toe. Tweets everything, shares everything.
Clips.
Clips parts of the show. Cambodian River Pig clips parts of the show as well. Those guys are really cool. Cambodian River Pig has helped me a lot with my unique entertainment interview coming up tomorrow.
Sure.
He's done a great job with that. But I went on remember we got mentioned on the R. Mersh subreddit not too long ago. We got. Dave wants to check in. Oh, here. Let me make sure. Oh, shoot! I hit the wrong button. Sorry, Dave. So, I went on the Mersh subreddit, and this is really unfortunate because I don't want my listeners fighting with each other. I don't want fractured allegiances, and then we break up, and I get steel toe, and you get this show.
This seems intense.
You can all be steel toe fans. And I don't have to get involved and take sides in the shit that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently Nikki Fruit Loops knows about it. Ball Powder, Zen Rhino, they all know about this. I go on our Mersh, and they're mentioning steel toe on there. Ball Powder created a topic in our Mersh, and it was shitting on Zen Rhino.
Why?
And then a couple different people go, and now Zen Rhino, you're grabbing onto steel toe the same way. And, you listen to Steel Toe. He says, don't hold us internet guys in such high regard. And don't get too hooked on these internet guys. Which, by the way, I stand by. Don't get too hooked on me. Don't get too hooked on any of these internet guys. We're all stupid. We're all just having fun. We're all fucking around with people. Let's be very honest. We're all trying to be the Opie and Anthony show that we listened to growing up.
Yeah, but don't make it your life.
As a
listener,
look,
at least.
Don't hold me up as any kind of guy. Because I can promise you this. If you hold me up as any kind of guy, I'm going to let you down.
Absolutely.
I am going to disappoint you at every... Let's look at all of my flaws. My show is too small to support with ads or anything like that. So I have to ask for money and hit a goal. That's disappointment number one. All right? That's not a hero. Let's see. What else?
Your hairline sucks.
My hairline sucks. Thank you, April. Yeah, let's have April. Oh, let's have the audience.
You know I don't mean it.
Let's have the audience come up with my flaws. We'll never end this bit.
Tit polo. Tits.
I have tits. I have terrible hair. Sage Pork Chop pointing out I have terrible taste in music. It was a huge letdown today. Mediocre personality says bird chin. Yeah, what the fans...
Lunch lady arms.
Lunch lady arms. So what the fans are trying to say is that I'm not someone to be looked up to. I'm just someone. I'm a monkey. I'm here to entertain you.
Whoa.
I'm a clown. Whoa.
I think monkey's ununacceptable.
Okay, sorry. Jewish gorilla. So the point I'm trying to make is I'm just a guy you watch and you have a good time with, and that's it. Triple N says you're loud and abrasive, though I kind of like that.
Right.
I don't see that as a bad thing.
I was going to say it could be a pro or a con. You get worked up extremely easy.
Well, now, guys, we were done coming up with the...
Oh, okay.
We were done coming up with the features that make me non-look-upable. I mean, Kane J, it was not necessary to write Four Eyes. Gray Duckling looks like a praying mantis. Wydat looks like Eddie Munster. Guys, we can be done now. We don't have to keep doing them. Theron Busey says likes wieners. See, none of this is this is all innuendo. This is your rumors that you're starting. Loaded Wrench says eats fingernails. That's not true. I spit them out when I'm done
Listens
chewing
to
them.
Eric Church.
Look, we're done. We don't need to name these things anymore. You beg a tad less than DSP. Now wait a minute.
That's a pro though.
I'm busking. He's begging. There's a difference between busking and begging. Kane B says you pee rather effeminately. That's not true, or neither is it here nor there. Guy Sartell, you're always wrong and a flip flopper. I see. Now we were done with that. We were moving on to the next thing. Chop says you're a lovely person with a humble personality. Get fucked, queer.
Ask us. Just kidding.
You look like Shrek in real life. That's not very nice. You
tiny bit look like Buzz Lightyear.
You look like you only eat donuts. One person saying simply, Beta. Dwight Schrute, you have nice glasses. You look like your dad.
Oh, no.
You're not a monkey. You're a schlong.
Schlong COVID?
If I was gay, I'd kiss Aaron. Hairline of a 40-year-old. April needs to add in more.
I'm thinking.
You're bad at having a relationship with your parents. Samuel's,
you skip leg day.
You'd have lots of money if April wore a bikini. I don't think these are...
Somebody else told me that today.
Your wife has a mental disorder, says Belusier.
Who said that?
You sound like
your family.
You sound like Richard Simmons. You pee sitting down. You abuse April, kicking her in the shins. I heard you only roll deodorant twice on your pits. Are you supposed to do more than that? I shower without soap. Oh wait, that's
a different thing.
Oh my God! Listen to all this.
You fart too much.
Okay.
You poop 4 times a day.
Chris says, I throw out a positive. You give Jim Abbott his due respect. Always. And John Rocker. Hi, Main Bro says they're not wrong. Belusier says you look like you want your butthole tickled. Narcissistic, sociopathic tendencies. Buggy whipped
Tiny
arms
bit.
and necks like a stack of dimes. You look like the best character in The Office. You have an eating disorder. Aaron makes without stuff. You're a part-time parent. You have nice tits. Aaron is Zorak from Space Ghost. You are obsessed with your weight. Hold on, you can never fart too much. April has a penis bigger than Aaron's. Too much fiber. Lie. You look like Jim Ross. Oh my God, that's a terrible thing to say. Losing after 52 seconds in the ring with a black man. Your earlobes are angled awkwardly. Look, the point is we were trying to talk about inter-listener drama between Ball Powder and Zen Rhino.
Dude.
I feel like it got out of hand.
You've got some meaty lobes.
Look,
on those ears.
I just feel like this got away from what we were trying to accomplish.
I've always wanted a screen name to be Aaron's Meaty Lobes.
I'm just saying, I feel like we were trying to accomplish something, and we just got a little far afield from it.
You've got a vagina?
None of that is accurate or true at all. Discount Clark Kent. You look like Jim Cornette. I bet you have big nipples. See, now that's just you wondering. That's not even an actual thing about me.
That's an interesting take.
Oh, my God. All right, let's get to the beef between listeners, you guys. That was very funny. Let's continue on here. So I go on our Mersh, and Ball Powder is like, you know what? Fucking enough of this Zen Rhino guy. And,
Okay.
He's doing this, he's doing that. Hold on, I gotta read a comment. This is from Polilu. It says, just $5 says, just to remind Zen that he's poor and lonely.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, shit, if everybody wants to throw in $5 to tell someone they're poor and lonely, we'd knock this goal out in no time. 270 away from our goal tonight. Thank you very much, buddy. All right, let's get to this Zen Ball Powder thing. Maybe we could even have them call in.
And hash it out live.
We could hash it out live. Hey, Ball Powder,
Do
Zen,
it.
would you guys be willing to do that if I threw you the number?
Please.
Would you guys be willing to chime in and maybe fix this thing? Because you're both big fans of the show. I'm trying hard to not laugh at Mosh Pit Twerker's joke that's cracking me up right now. But I'm a professional, goddammit.
I like that one.
Ball Powder writes on the Mersh thing, Zen Rhino says that, me mentioning him is going to fuck with guys like Ball Powder and other people on the Mersh subreddit. And I'll say this. I don't know what happened between these two. I have no clue. All I can say, here's my involvement. Ready? This is my level of involvement. I want everyone to tune into this show. I want everyone to love this show. I want everyone to tell everybody about this show. If they're really a big fan and they feel generous,
Support.
chipping in $5-10 a month to this show, hey man, that's what keeps this thing going. That's all just your love. That's all I want. As far as you guys wondering if you're upsetting another listener or if this is going to trigger that person or this person, I'm not really into that.
I never understood it because none of you live with each other really, except for the couples in here,
Yeah, I would
Like,
really,
you
I
don't
would
have to
like
associate.
I would like you guys to bury the hatchet and just be fans.
It'd be nice.
It would be absolutely wonderful.
Mom and Dad don't want to worry about which kids hate each other today.
Nikki Fruit Loops or your boy Ball Powder probably going to be spanking it knowing that he got his name mentioned, says Zen Rhino. Okay, so I see that we're not being peaceful.
I've had a comment from him, a DM from him like that before, that there's certain people in the chat that don't like they get a hard on about names getting mentioned
I don't
or
know.
something.
Zen Rhino says, now I have no desire to be nice to Ball Powder. Let's Scumbag posted a photo he got from my Facebook page of my father from when he was in the military. See, I don't know what goes on between you two, but I know that it's easy to just bury the hatchet and be done.
I mean,
right?
We have trolls that take our wedding pictures and post them saying a marriage of convenience.
Yeah, that I'm a homosexual.
Yeah.
And that was April who did that.
Right.
Ball Powder says, hey, Zen, tell them about the time you tried to spy on Mersh for Zen. I think he means Mersh for Jesse.
Okay.
I don't care about any of this stuff. That's my problem.
I don't either.
I
Stop
don't
fighting.
care about all these things. I just want you guys to stop fighting, have a good time.
Or do it online, or excuse me, on air.
Yeah, or do it on air. Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Either fight each other away from the show or fight each other on the air.
Right.
Those
and
are
if you can't do either, just stop it.
right. Just bury the hatchet and let's be good.
You're gonna be fine.
How about that? Ball powder, Zen Rhino, what do you guys say? We bury the hatchet, shake it out. What do you think? Can we do that? Or would you guys call in? You know what? I'll even let you guys do it one at a time. If you don't want to, if you don't want to do a conference, if you hate each other that much, I'll let you do it one at a time. And we can hash this whole thing out. But
trial by combat.
Trial by phone combat. That's, I think, as close as you can get.
Swing the cords at each other.
Yeah, on the internet, that's about the best you can hope for. I did put up the Unique versus his mother-in-law video today. It's not doing that. It's not doing that great. I thought that one would do very well. The Howard one from last night is doing okay. The morning show today did very, very well.
Did you put up the Unique screwing his mother-in-law yet?
I put all the stuff from this morning up.
Okay.
All the stuff from this morning is up there. All right, so if you guys don't want to talk this out, if you guys don't want to bury the hatchet, we'll move on. We'll do a great show today, and we got a lot of good stuff for you. Oh, tomorrow at noon, we're going to have Kyle from Unique Entertainment.
I cannot wait.
Our little interview specials that we do.
Are you doing it live or are you recording it and then?
We're going to do it live.
Okay.
We're going to do it live, and then we're going to post it up after that.
I'm very excited.
Zen says, Ball Powder did a scumbag move when he posted on the Mersh subreddit a photo of my dad from when he was in the military. My dad's been dead for years, and there's nothing I would ever say that's nice to him. I respect you and April, but it wouldn't be nice. Well, we don't mind. I would probably say worse. I would probably say things that would get the stream shut down. Okay.
Well, that's
I'd call in some other night, but if it has to deal with him, I'd rather not talk about it. Anything that comes out of his mouth is either a lie or just creepy.
Well, you see, now to me, that seems like you should just probably not associate with that human.
I would think.
Or just the words that are being typed.
We've got Mystikal news tonight, too.
Really?
Yeah, we got Mystikal tonight.
What's he up to?
Nothing good.
Man, I'm beating that pussy up, not smooth fucking.
I didn't think we'd get him, but we do. Somebody did change their name to Aaron's Meaty Lopes. Do you want to fix that for him?
Lobes. Like his earlobes. He has very meaty lobes.
Yeah. Also, thank you to Frozen Asian, who Frozen Asian actually tweeted out the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Frozen Asian. So let's dive into a few things.
All right.
I got Stuttering John. I got Deshaun Watson. I got Logan Paul. I got Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, really?
Oh yeah, we got video from his last match ever. I've got the first ever female Tour de France. And what's that stereotype about women and driving?
We can't do it.
Yeah. What do you think happened at the first women's Tour de France?
I'm gonna guess it didn't go well.
There was a 30-bike pileup.
No, was this worse than that guy that was sticking the sign out? Do you remember that one?
I don't know. I know the sign one. I haven't watched this one yet. I've just seen
I say we revisit that one as well.
I've just seen the end result.
This is all bad.
I haven't seen the actual thing. Thank you very much to Chops for a $10 super chat. He says, I'm porridge and lonely. Well, we're $260 away from our goal, porridge and lonely. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Great to have you. And again, guys, there's the PayPal link in the chat if you want to chip into the show. $260 away from our goal. If you're new to the show, if we hit that goal, we do an extra half hour. It's just how our way too big for its britches show with a smaller sub size pays for itself. That's it. Okay. Stuttering John. This actually brings us back to our boy Unique, who's live right now. Go subscribe to Unique Entertainment. He reported on Stuttering John Melendez. We talked about Stuttering John on the show before. Yep. It's a really sad story. Like, he was Howard Stern's one of his guys, like an intern who became more famous and was able to make some money doing Howard's show.
Yep.
Got an offer from Jay Leno to be the announcer for The Tonight Show. Now, why you would hire a stutterer to be your announcer when you're Jay Leno, I have no idea. But he had the gig for like a couple of months. I think a couple of months, and then he kept mispronouncing guests' names. So Jay's like, well, shit, I've got a contract with him. I owe him all this money. Here, we'll stick you in the writer's room. And I don't think they read a single one of John's jokes during The Tonight Show. So John is now doing a podcast where he's really liberal and he's angry about politics. The Problem is, a lot of people don't give a fuck about Stuttering John and his politics. They just want to troll him. And the reason people like Stuttering John get trolls is because they feed them. Now, on this show, we laugh, we have fun with them, we don't take them too seriously, we give them... What you do is, I learned this actually from Jim Norton on Opie and Anthony. When people would call in and try to fuck with him, he'd just go, no, go ahead.
Oh, keep going.
No, go ahead.
Do it better.
And you go, is that all you got? And then hang up on them and they're done. Stuttering John, like, tries to fight them. Stuttering John's got that terrible energy, the worst energy you can have as a podcaster, where you think you're going to take on the entire internet and win.
And change it.
When you try to take on the entire internet, more of the internet just keeps coming at you. But if you either don't read it, or you read it and go, ha, 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 ha. They go, well, this show's no fun to troll. They just kind of laugh.
I can't get this one.
Yeah, this guy just kind of laughs. And so, I mean, I'll go on a Reddit and shit on him, but I'm not going to go to his show because he just kind of makes me feel like a dipshit.
Yeah, if you just get all upset and ruffle your feathers, like they keep coming.
So Stuttering John decided that he was going to start creating sock accounts, alt accounts, and start giving himself compliments. Which
don't you do that? Haven't you ever tried it?
All the time. It's unreal how many accounts I have. I'm actually Sage Retard. People don't know that. I'm Sage.
That makes a lot more sense.
I've been Sage the whole time. I'm Zen. I'm Ball Powder, who, by the way, Ball Powder with another $5. Thank you very much, buddy. He says, have another 5 at Zen's expense. Gotta go. Okay.
Gee.
Thanks,
well,
pal.
that would explain why Zen and all them people are so complimentary to me.
Yes, absolutely.
It's all you.
But thank you very much, buddy. That's going to knock our goal down another $5 to $255. So you guys are chipping away at her tonight. Thank you. Let's hit that thing, and it'll be we passed our goal this morning. Let's pass our goal tonight and really have a great start to the week.
Yes.
So, Stuttering John creates these sock accounts, and he goes on his chats on YouTube and he compliments himself. Now, let me see how well trained you would be in running a sock account.
Okay.
Let's say that you had a spinoff show, and it was the April show.
Okay.
You talked about tampons and tits and all kinds of girly things, not being able to read a map, not being able to change your oil. By the way, I could talk to you about all those topics as well.
That sounds like your show. Yeah.
So let's say you go on there and people hate it and they shit on it, and it gets you all worked up and they can tell, so they keep fucking with you and keep shitting on you.
Yes.
You're going to create an account. You're going to comment on how much you love the show. And then as you're going to thank your sock account for leaving that nice comment. What do you have to make sure you do? Okay, so let's say you're April. You talk about what you've got going on in the show.
Yep.
You log out of April. You go to the sock account. You say nice things about yourself.
Yes.
What do you have to make sure you do before you respond to the sock account?
Before I respond? I have to log out and log back into the other account.
Right, because if you make that comment again,
no.
It's going to show up as who?
As my sock account.
As the sock account.
Oh, fuck.
You guys want to see?
See, I could be good at that.
You guys want to see what Stuttering John did?
Yes, please. Now that I know that information.
Yeah, let's check it out. Hey, Ball Powder, don't worry. I started the drama. Don't you worry about it, man. It was fun. I had a good time with it.
Oh, look, Aaron's Meaty Lobes. It's fixed.
Oh, good, Aaron's
Thank
Meaty
you.
Lobes.
That's my new favorite name.
They want to call it April's Beta Female Show. That could be fun. Someone says, I hope the Mersh crowd doesn't stay around here much longer. I do. I love the Mersh crowd. Ball Powder, NNN, Nikki Fruit Loops, and I love them all, man.
I want every single group ever in here.
Jay, I want you to stick around as long as you can. I want all of you sticking around.
Yes.
I like all you guys. So let's go. Let's take it straight from our guest tomorrow's mouth, Unique, and let's find out what Stuttering John did.
Stuttering John, a truly pathetic person who used to work for the Howard Stern Show and was on Jay Leno's Tonight.
You know what I love about this? A guy who just admitted to fucking his mother-in-law, who regularly nearly passes out on stream, called Stuttering John pathetic, and he's right. I love that. This is why Kyle's so perfect.
Yeah, he is.
Because you know what a piece of shit Stuttering John has to feel like if he goes and watches one of Unique's streams and then he goes, oh, this guy's calling me a piece of shit.
The motherfucker
Literally, the motherfucker
called you a piece of shit.
is calling you a piece of shit.
Who's truly a piece of shit. And
Yeah.
It's just effortless. I love
Kyle's
that.
a motherfucker. He's a piece of shit.
Oh,
It
God, that's
works.
weird.
Stern show and was on Jay Leno's Tonight Show. There's a whole thing involved with him. Gordy's podcast trashes him. Kumia does. I hardly even talk about Stuttering John, but this was so pathetic even I had to talk about it. He got caught using one of his alt accounts. So he put on Twitter, yeah, a lot of people have told me the same thing. Even my close friends. She is too involved with what the trolls have to say, but I guess that's her show. That's her audience. So she feels obligated to appease them. I still consider her a friend, though. I think he's talking about Eliza Jordana.
Who, I don't know who the fuck that is,
No.
but I guess it's somebody who won't do his show anymore. So here's a guy named Dumbass 888-10751, which doesn't seem like a bot sock alt account at all.
No,
It
not
seems
even
like
a little bit.
Seems like a guy who would, just have that Twitter name.
Typically.
This person puts, you did such an awesome job in that interview, even though she was trolling a little bit. You told the truth, and the haters hate it.
Ew. I mean, literally, remember, that's looking in a mirror. He's like Robert De Niro in The King of Comedy. He's Rupert Pupkin doing this. He's standing in the mirror going, he's almost Stuart Smalley in a way, too. You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. A guy like Stuttering John gets confused when he does this.
Yeah.
Stuttering John logs out of that account sometimes, as you'll see in this. Stuttering John logs out of that account and logs back into his Stuttering John account, clicks the notification, and for a second thinks he got a really nice thing from a fan of his.
Oh, I bet.
He's like, yeah, she was trolling a little bit, but I called her out and the haters hated.
Now I kind of want to tweet at him.
Right.
See what happens.
You know what I want to do? I want to tweet at Stuttering John, and I want to write, John, you really showed all those people. You're at the top form. You're at the top of your game. You've never been better. And then respond to that right after in my same account and go, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoy my show.
Yes, please.
And then the same account post again. Thanks, I thought I did all right. Thanks for watching and supporting my podcast.
Oh, it does not get worse, does it?
It is not good when you get
Ouch.
caught fucking commenting on your own stuff under a different account so you can suck your own dick and give yourself kudos.
How don't you delete that immediately?
I'm
By
sure
the
he
way.
did. These are screenshotted.
Somebody just caught it that fast?
Yeah, these are screenshotted. These are not retweeted. So,
Yikes.
oh boy.
Stuttering John tried writing to his own tweet under his alt account and then answering it, but stayed signed in into his alt account. What an idiot. How sad and pathetic is that? And I guarantee you the one like was from himself. But how pathetic.
Come on, Kyle.
Kyle's dying. This is so sad.
He has emphysema.
It's so pathetic. Kyle's choking to death.
It's all
on
that pussy
John's
juice he's been eating.
It's all that pussy he's been eating. It's like Michael Douglas. It's giving him throat cancer.
Wow.
All that eating pussy.
It's unhealthy.
How dumb can somebody be? Pamela Anderson. Ugh, not the brightest bulb in the bunch. Isn't this guy?
It's the brightest bulb on the... Never mind.
Like a substitute teacher, which is just horrifying to think.
Oh, that's
that
the
a
other thing.
school-
Yeah, Stuttering John is a substitute school teacher.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
For what kind of grades? I want to know.
Hopefully no higher than pre-K.
It doesn't seem like he could cut it.
Oh, he teaches speech class.
No.
Now, kids, we're going to learn I before... E, except after C.
Would allow this man to do that, but wow, that is truly sad. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Oh, God, that's brutal.
So there's Stuttering John complimenting himself on his own show. Fuck. That is bad, man.
I don't know if that's more embarrassing or the substitute teacher part.
Triple N writes, good Lord, that's depressing. That's about the best. Yeah,
I don't know how it gets more embarrassing than that.
it's pretty bad.
Unless you like accidentally sent nudes to Twitter. You know?
Godfoot in your butt with $2. Thank you very much, Godfoot in your butt, with a $2 super chat. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Let's continue on. And gosh darn it, people like me, says Aaron's Meaty Lobes. Yeah. Now, Return Trip is pointing out that the username at least does check out.
I was going to say it's very self-aware.
So dumbass is actually self-aware if it is a John Sock account. Oh.
Why would you name your sock account dumbass?
Because you don't have time. So you just put in some
Wow.
numbers and some words.
It really did work out.
Yeah, see, Aaron's Meaty Lobe says Stuttering John does speech therapy. All right, remember you're going to enunciate.
Sounds like you're sucking a dick.
He gets in too much air, and then it interferes with his speech flow.
Oh.
And that giant moron tongue of his got from the wall.
He's trying to help the kids not be
Yeah.
like him. You know what? He's not even in there as a teacher. He's just like the mascot of what not to be.
Yeah, they're just like, you see the way I'm talking? Don't do that. Clickster says, April looking sexy as always. Very nice. Thank you.
Thanks, Clickster.
Guys, we do have our anniversary show coming up on Saturday at Stoney's Bar in Rockville. The pinned comment up top is the link to get your tickets.
Nice.
If you feel like getting those, there's about 48 left. Unless, have you had more VIPs claim tickets, or is the list you showed
I had
me this
a couple
weekend?
today.
You did, so
I
that's
did.
4 more.
You guys should keep messaging me. Don't message him. He doesn't write it down. Make sure you message me if you're coming.
Yeah,
All of
so-
you. I don't care if you're out of state or right in town here.
So it's about 45, 44 tickets left.
Yeah.
If you will. Also, let's knock out that goal tonight. $255 away. You guys are making good progress at that. Let's have everybody chip in right now and just knock that thing out as soon as we can. There's the PayPal link in the chat. Remember, super chats and memberships count. Becoming a member, probably the easiest way with the most benefit for you.
Yes.
You get entered in a $100 drawing every single month. So as long as you win that once every 2 years, the membership pays for itself. You've also got... You get the Sunday evening show that we do as well. So all kinds of cool stuff with the membership, and it throws $5 a month our way. Super chats are great. PayPal only takes like 1 or 2%, so that's always cool. Also, Curly Adam with $5. Thank you very much.
Thank
$250
you.
away. See, there we go. $250 is a nice hunting distance number. That's a VIP, or that's a few of you just deciding to get aggressive and start chipping in. Everybody with $5-10. Knocking that thing out in no time. Great start to today, guys.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going. There's the PayPal link in the chat.
And thank you, Lemmy. If anyone needs to reach me for VIP stuff, you can get to me on those links or Facebook.
Absolutely. John Satera says, Aaron, better be careful. He is close to being a hot tub stream without even trying. Are you cold?
Are you nipping?
My nipples are not showing, Jonathan.
What is that?
There's nothing. What? I picked. It's none of your fucking business. Nobody can see it.
It looked like a huge whitehead from over here.
No, I scratched a scab open, and it's a little white spot. That's all.
Very
It's
nice.
just another pretty part of me.
Of course.
That's all it is.
You're all pretty.
Deshaun Watson got a 6-game suspension handed down from the NFL. An NFL-appointed judge, Sue Robinson, handed it down for the new Browns quarterback. I mean, personally, I think that butt fucks their season.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think they're going to be in a place when he gets back from his 6-game suspension that they're going to be ready to go playoff hunting. Who do they have? Who's their backup quarterback? Browns QB depth chart. Because they traded Baker Mayfield to Carolina. So you got Deshaun Watson and special teams, glossary. Well, that's the starting lineup. Let's go to
look right there.
Oh, there we go. Jacoby
Yeah.
Brissett.
I know. Yeah.
Jacoby
Josh
Brissett.
Dobbs.
So in other words, you guys are fucked. Even their receiving core not that great. You got Amari Cooper, which is awesome, but then Donovan Peoples-Jones and David Bell.
That's weird.
You got, of course, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, which is nice, but they're going to have to run you to like 4-2 to keep you in it. 6-game suspension handed down from the league.
Could have been worse, though, right?
Some people say it should have been worse. Some people say it's just right. Some people say it shouldn't have even been that much.
I think it could have been worse. However, he was out most of last season too, right?
Yeah, so it's technically a 1.5 year suspension.
Right.
But my take on the whole Deshaun Watson thing is this. Like, based on what they've been able to prove, you can't really suspend him for more than that because you're suspending him for 6 games for what you think he did. Not for what you know he did, because none of us know what happened in those massage rooms or physical therapy rooms. None of us know what happened. Was there cum slinging all over the place? Were there people being held against their will?
The cum always gets you, though.
Yeah, it's been accused, but nothing's ever been proven. So based on the amount of allegations and the similarity of the allegations, I feel like the NFL thought, well, we have to do something. Mm-hmm. But then also they said, well, we can't kick him out of the league because nothing's been proven and he hasn't been criminally charged with anything. So I think the 6-game suspension was honestly the best they could do.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't really affect me or bother me.
Yeah, I think they did what they could, and we'll see.
I really do think I'm just one of those people that if they could have proved anything, it'd have been a lot worse. So I think he should just take this.
He'd be like
gone.
Like Ray Rice. I mean, he would have just been cut loose, and nobody would have wanted to deal with him ever again. I mean, he's so fucking talented that everyone in the league everyone who was trying to trade for him was basically going like this. And they were going, I know he probably did it, but at least we can hide behind innocent until proven guilty, and he hasn't been charged with anything, so we'll mortgage our entire future to bring this guy here and try to win us a Super Bowl.
I do think it's funny, though, that somebody like him gets, suspended for allegations of something, but people have been proven to, beat their kids or beat their women and stuff, and they get right back in the NFL.
Well, I mean, Ray Rice was caught on camera knocking a bitch out, and he was one of the best running backs in the league at the time. He never came back.
That's the one who threw the table, right?
No, Ray Rice is the one in the elevator who just...
Oh, I remember that one, too. Who's the table-throwing one in the apartment?
Oh, he had been retired already by then. Not Zach... Was it Zach Stacy?
I don't remember. The video was bad.
It might have been Zach Stacy. When they're in the apartment...
And the baby's in the crib and stuff, or the toddlers in the crib.
And he chucks the table at his chick.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was Zach Stacy.
But, I mean, I believe it was Tyreek Hill, and then the other either... Was it the other? Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill. They both got in trouble for that shit, and they're both still in the NFL.
Yeah.
Adrian Peterson got in big trouble, and he's still around.
Yeah. So, kind of. He's a free agent. I don't think he's going to get picked up.
He's been around, though. He did play for people.
But yeah, he got to come back and do all sorts of cool shit after he got.
So what I'm saying is, allegations, you're still suspended for, 1.5 years, technically.
Yeah, so he ends up being out of the league for 1.5 years.
Right.
Basically. You got to worry a little bit about how he's going to come back.
Yes, you should be worried.
Like being out 1.5 years, that's not easy to just come right back into NFL play.
You lose some touch.
Thank you very much to Daniel for becoming a Yeehaw Club member. Appreciate that. That brings our goal down to $245 tonight. If you guys want to help us chip away at that $245 goal, we'll be in the 100s in no time. If you guys, if a few people chip in, that'll be a great spot. If we're under 200 by 8 o'clock in the next 10, 15 minutes here, we're in a great spot. So there's the PayPal link, Super Chats, memberships. Do what you want to do. Support the show however you'd like to, even if that's sharing links and telling people how much you like it. Daniel, wait, how does Daniel do it twice?
What do you mean?
Daniel did 2 Yeehaw Club memberships. I don't fucking know how to count. I don't know how to count that, Daniel.
No, one says that he did it. It's
that
welcome,
he joined, and now another one
months.
is 2 months. So
that's very weird.
I don't know how to count that, buddy, but thank you anyway.
Hello.
Appreciate it. Triple N says he's unreal. He's going to kill it when he comes back. Well, we shall see.
Yep.
Dave Dowling says most sports are similar to what the repair person says when they are done. It's fixed. Now, sports isn't fixed unless it's really big and there's a lot of gambling going on. Nikki Fruit Loop says, I retweeted Frozen Asian's tweet. I did my part, I guess. I mean, kinda. You could have done your own tweet, but I guess you retweeting someone else's.
Wasn't he in here earlier?
Frozen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't he call?
He might still be here fucking around.
Man.
Who knows? I wanted to show you guys this. I wanted to show you guys what they call a juxtaposition.
Okay.
In the business. I want to show you a situation of a star is born, a star burns out. I also have to thank Brady for the $15 on PayPal. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate that. So where does that bring it?
Thank you.
230. We're 230 away from the goal tonight. Like I said, let's get that under 200 by the end of the hour here. I want to show you a new career blossoming and a really, really old career ending again for like the fifth time. Logan Paul wrestled for WWE at SummerSlam this weekend.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, whatever these Paul kids decide to do, I'm going to assume that they'll just be the best at it when they do it.
They're geniuses.
Every time.
They're really good.
I mean, when these celebrities come in, even if they're football players or whatever they happen to be, and they end up becoming pro wrestlers, there's something off about their build where they don't look quite believable.
Sure.
You know, you'll be like, oh, they look big, but their shoulders are narrow and they look weird in wrestling attire.
They're awkward somehow.
They're awkward looking. Whereas a wrestler is just built like a brick shithouse from his ankles to his neck.
Or his non-neck, because it's just muscle.
Right. So you have Logan Paul decided to sign on full-time, not as a celebrity. He signed on as a WWE wrestler. And he and his brother are both college-level wrestlers from back in Ohio. So he decided to become a pro wrestler, and people thought, well, he's just going to do some spots here and there. He's not going to, like, wrestle. He'll just kind of get involved like Floyd Mayweather did, you know, kind of that whole deal. No.
Oh, he's going for it.
Logan Paul is a full-on, balls-out professional wrestler. Now, he did work with The Miz, and he's been working with The Miz the last couple of months. And Miz is one of the best working guys in the business.
Okay.
He's absolutely one of the best. So what's crazy about this, though, is that you have a guy who was on The Real World on MTV and said, I want to be a pro wrestler, and that's how he got a tryout with WWE. And then you've got fucking Logan Paul, who was a YouTuber Vine guy, and now he's in WWE wrestling legit matches and signed to a pro wrestling contract. Let's watch a little bit of Logan Paul and then juxtapose that with 71-year-old Ric Flair wrestling his last match last night at StarCast.
Of Logan Paul. He's a tremendous athlete. The dude.
Speaking of which, nice. Fireman's takedown.
He's in an actual fight.
All the way to the outside. Logan Paul wasted no time.
Look at that.
It's more from the second rope.
I mean, the guy can fucking work.
He's really good.
Very good.
Oh, running power slam. Wow. Cross body to the cover. Stands up. A little bit more. Wait, a phenomenal.
I mean, the guy can flat out fly.
I might be a Paul Mark at this point.
Are we going to start watching?
I'm a Paul Mark.
We're going to have Sunday evening shows and then skip Monday. We're going to be watching Raw.
Dude, if I may, I saw all of these clips this last weekend, and I took time to actually watch them for the first time in my life because I didn't grow up watching wrestling, and I was excited about it.
He's fucking good.
I thought he's really good.
This last one is the best one.
A risk taker ready to take the biggest
Here it is.
risk of them all.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
That's what I love when people go like, "Ugh, wrestling's fucking fake, bro." It's like, the outcome's predetermined, but ain't no faking jumping through a table.
Yeah, I mean, it's not fake. It's just choreographed, right?
Yeah.
Choreographed, whichever.
So he does the Miz's finishing move. And he wins his big match against the Miz. So, I mean, the kid...
How many people are there?
Actually, that's funny you should say that.
Uh-oh. Shit.
There weren't that many people there.
Did I step in it?
WWE had to do this trick
Oh.
where they moved everybody to once, because they did it in a 60,000 seat stadium.
Okay.
And I guess like 30-some thousand people showed up. Which, by the way, every other wrestling organization in the world would kill to draw 30,000 people to a thing.
A lot.
WWE just held it in a 60,000 seat arena. So they moved everybody to one side and shot all the cameras that way. So it looked more
I
full.
feel lied to.
Well. Oh, see, Aaron's Meaty Lobe says, you were wrong again. They had over 48,000 people. Well, fuck me. It looked like about 30 when I did the eye test. Why don't I go into the bathroom quick and do a header off the fucking countertop? Would that be all right?
That bathroom's not big enough. You wouldn't fit.
Oh, okay, thank you. I
You're
appreciate it. So let's now go to shamed by Aaron. Nikki Fruit Loops, I did not shame you. I was just trying to make you a better person. So let's now compare that with 71-year-old Ric Flair. Gray Duckling says, no. He says, Aaron's Meaty Lobes is wrong. It was 49,750 people. Well,
49,000, whatever.
I got to tell you, now I don't know who to believe.
30,000 and 50,000, that's a big difference, Aaron. How do you miss 20,000 people?
Actually, if you showed me a stadium with 30,000 people in it and a stadium with 50,000 people in it, depending on how the stadium was made, I bet you I wouldn't tell much of a difference.
You sound like someone who would say 6 million, 6 schmillion.
If you showed, okay, put it this way.
20,000
if you showed me 2.5 million people and then you showed me 6 million people, it would all look like a shitload of people to me. That's all I'm saying.
Why are you sweating so much?
I don't know. No reason. No reason.
Oh, the uncomfortable, awkward itch.
Falls Deep says, I heard 41,488.
And a half.
Fucking snuck that in there, you son of a bitch.
We had a war veteran there with no legs.
Oh, Victor says 49,750, but it was billed at 120,000 people. I Sneeze Profanity says it was 750,000. What, SummerSlam? Triple N says, I was trying to avoid watching the Ric Flair thing, but I guess I have to. Yeah, we'll show you a couple clips. They're not letting a lot of stuff out there right now.
Is it not good? Okay, all I know about it
depends on what you mean by was it any good.
All I know about it
was a 71-year-old man wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
so when I was at the gym this last week, I caught TMZ interviewing him about it coming up, and he did one of those moments where he's like, dude, I'm 71 and I'm like in the best shape of my life. You know, he did one of those things.
No,
and I'm like,
you
don't
can't.
ever say that.
Don't say you're in the best shape of your life.
You can't do that.
At 71 years old. That's a bad look, brother.
And then I do remember that when he's done, he's rolling out his weed line called Ric Flair Drip.
So he's got a weed line.
So he's got a weed line.
Everybody's got a weed line now. Well, I got Mike Tyson out of poverty.
He brought up Mike Tyson. Yeah.
$230 away from our goal, guys. Let's see if in the next 3 minutes we can go on a nice rush and get ourselves into the 100s at the halfway point of tonight's show. That goal is as important as the content, as it were. $230 away from that goal. There's the PayPal link in the chat. Super chats and memberships count. Merch orders count. If you want to become a VIP, that would knock this whole thing out right about now. So go ahead, take a couple of minutes here and chip in. We'll do the Ric Flair thing. But let's knock that thing under 200 by 8 o'clock so we can bring this in for a nice landing towards the end of the show. Aaron's Meaty Lobe says, apologize now for making it up. You know what?
Your lobes are talking to you, huh?
There comes a time in every man's life where he has to decide if he's going to cower to the mob or stand up for himself.
Okay.
Aaron's Meaty Lobes, go fuck yourself. I said what I said. I said what I said based on what I knew at the time, and I apologize for nothing.
His lobes were attached, now they're detached. They're upset with each other.
All right, guys, I'm going to show you. So we're gonna knock that goal under $200, and I'm going to show you some Ric Flair here. So let's get moving on that, and I'll get moving on the Ric Flair stuff. Let's do the PayPal thing or the Super Chat thing and make this thing go. All right, Ric Flair last night at StarCast, 71 years old.
I'm worried about this.
Let's check it out.
16 times.
He's got a new robe. He's got a new robe every time he goes out there.
A Hall of Famer.
All right, so now look.
Help me.
Now
I can't watch this.
I pray to the gods in heaven that at 71 years old, I look like Ric Flair.
Trust me, I'm praying for that too.
I hope. I'm not saying that Ric Flair, if you're grading on the curve of 71-year-old men, doesn't look fantastic.
Right.
He does. I'm just saying, as a guy in there with a 35-year-old in his prime professional wrestler like Jay Lethal, it's comical that you would have this guy getting any offense in on this guy.
Yeah.
And if this was the streets of New York City, this guy has already killed this guy.
This doesn't look good. I have a hard time watching this already.
Well, get ready. You ready to see?
No, I'm uncomfortable.
You ready to see the Nature Boy get some offense in?
No.
Tate trying to block
Oh, yeah. I'll do that to you tonight.
Please do.
Oh, he's yelling at The Undertaker was in the crowd along with Bret Hart and Mick Foley, so he was yelling to The Undertaker.
Look at his face at the moment in that screenshot.
You know what that is?
I don't know what that is.
That's an elderly man.
That is a swollen face. Your jowls have kind of started to sag.
It is the definition of an elderly man.
I'm worried.
There you go. Back in. Somebody is very upset.
So now his partner. So I guess his partner, Andrade, did most of the
heavy lifting.
Wait a minute. Andrade, is that his daughter's husband?
I mean, that'd be kind of
cool. I think that's Charlotte Flair's husband.
That's kind of cool.
That's his partner. I could be wrong there, though. But anyway.
He's thick.
He did most of the wrestling, from what I understand, and they just tagged Rick in for some spots.
Sure.
Because he's fucking 71.
This was all just stroking it for the fans. That was it.
So he steps on his hands. Oh! Jay Lethal deserves a fucking Oscar for selling these chops.
We're just selling bitch slaps right now, though. Come on.
Now, wait a minute. You're not a wrestling fan. People have been selling bitch slaps from Ric Flair for 40 years.
Right. Like I said,
years.
I didn't grow up watching this.
He's been doing that chop forever.
Okay.
Jay trying to block it.
For Undertaker.
Pimp hand strong.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
Oh, no. They did the finish already? What the fuck?
Is that real blood?
They skipped around a little. So here's Jeff Jarrett. By the way, Jeff Jarrett's like pushing 60. So
but that guy looks substantially more fit than Ric Flair.
But Jeff Jarrett, people look at him and go, oh, man, so we got one of the young guys in there. No. That's a senior citizen as well. That's a guy who's been going since the 80s.
He looks fucking great, though.
So he's going to do the figure 4.
And there it is.
That's Ric Flair's finishing move. Got him in Rick's own finishing move.
Can you tell me, please, that that's not real blood? Like, he's not actually bleeding?
No. Ric Flair blades like a motherfucker.
He blades like...
Okay, so we got some different highlights.
That sucks.
Of this match coming up. But this is after the match. There's The Undertaker, who, by the way, still looks like $1 million fucking at 60. This man has such a broken body, though. The Undertaker. He can barely walk.
The Undertaker looks like Kid Rock if he was beefy.
He does. There's Mick Foley, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Just happened better the last time. To have you here in the greatest wrestling town and one of the greatest, I hate to say greatest because then everybody gets upset, but I had one of my best matches of my career here with Ricky Steamboat. All my family's here. We've made jokes about me being married 5 times.
Oh my God.
It's got to be great when you listen to a guy give his heartfelt Rocky fighting Apollo speech and he goes, people make fun of me because I've been married 5 times. Like, not the time, Nate. Not the time.
Dude, I feel like if you're the 3rd wife, you start to wonder if he's really in on this shit. But by the 5th wife, you'd think he just wouldn't even get married anymore.
If you're the 5th one, you're a checkout chick at Walmart and be like, I'll take whatever scraps he's got left.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
All the kids are here, and one wife, but all my granddaughters and
one wife
children are here, and my friends are here, and I swear to God, guys.
I think every wrestler behind him's got at least, except Mick Foley, they've all got at least one divorce under their belt. So,
well, that's not really the point. I mean, like, there's a difference between 1 divorce and 4. Okay.
But can I tell you this? The life they lived back then, I'm surprised any of them ever stayed married.
I feel like that kind of life, you just don't get married.
Yeah.
Like you've said before, like pro athletes or like celebrities wait a while.
If I didn't have enough pressure on me tonight, fucking Kid Rock walked in the fucking locker room and said, he said to me.
That's the end of the clip. We don't get to hear what Kid Rock said. He said, I just kissed a fat bitch at SummerSlam last night, Rick. So there you go, Ric Flair. I got a couple more Ric Flair clips for you guys.
I like his, the ending speech. I'm kind of a sap for that kind of sentimental shit. But.
Well, here's
Rick's longtime partner.
Here's Ric Flair faking a heart attack in front of his family.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. Stop it.
That's Karen Angle, or that's Karen Jarrett. She's married to Jeff Jarrett now. You want a little story about her?
Okay.
So she was married to Kurt Angle. And they went to Impact Wrestling in like 2006. Jeff Jarrett owned Impact Wrestling at the time. She starts fucking Jeff Jarrett. Divorces Kurt Angle. Goes with Jeff. created a bit of a problem. Do you want to know something?
Did they do it, did they make stories about it?
Oh,
like
they did.
I'm
made
sure
some
that
storylines
it makes
about
itself at that point.
Stop it, Karen. I don't know how much.
Oh, and then Ric Flair poked him in the eyes after faking a heart attack. Oh, Nate, the dirtiest player in the game. You got one more clip here. A guitar shot. Jeff Jarrett used to hit people with guitars. That was his gimmick.
Okay.
Come on, the greatest of all time. Do something. Andrade is there.
Oh, and he hit his partner in the head with the guitar, wouldn't you know it? And then Rick's fat son-in-law, Conrad Thompson, who hosts a bunch of wrestling podcasts, he had to get involved and threw some brass knuckles to Rick, and Rick popped the guy in the face, and well, there you go. That was...
I don't know if you saw my face with the guitar pop, but I've never seen that before.
Oh, We'll get to a very funny line that Nikki Fruit Loops repeated. There's a Rise and Fall of WCW, one of my favorite wrestling documentaries. We'll get to that line in a second. First, a few thank yous. I want to thank Dirty Major Woody for $50 on PayPal.
Thank you.
Mr. Nobody with $9.99 says, you're all wrong. It was a CGI crowd. It was pre-recorded and held in Russia for the troops.
That makes sense.
Robert Rasmussen with $5 says, give him a break. He's having the time of his life in there. No, good for Rick, you know?
Well, yeah, none of us are like, oh, no, this is stupid, but it does make you a little worried, I think.
So let's knock $60 off that goal, guys, and call it $170 away from our goal tonight. So you got about halfway to the goal at the halfway point. That is awesome. We are within shooting distance of that goal tonight. So if you feel like chipping in via PayPal, Super Chats, or memberships, go ahead and chip in now because we're only 170 away and we can knock that out. Let's try to catch up with the chat. Yep, Nikki Fruit Loops. There's the line. What Mike Graham, is part of a famous wrestling family down in Florida, said about Jeff Jarrett. He broke he broke 1 million guitars and never drew a dime. I love that line. I think it's a little bitterness because that's not fair. Jeff Jarrett did draw a little bit. I mean, he started his own promotion, for God's sake. You got to have a little bit of talent. He did draw a little, but his guitar breaking to sold out stadium ratio is a little skewed towards the guitars.
Got it.
Let's put it that way.
I got it.
Mediocre personality, a theory as to why Ric Flair's bleeding so much, probably on blood thinners.
Oh, I thought about that. You hit, or any old person just barely nicks themselves, their entire arm is just fucking purple.
Well, actually, wrestlers, when they blade, will take, like, ibuprofen or whatever the ones that thin your blood are. They'll do that, and they'll help it run. It'll help the blood run.
I think that blading stuff is so stupid.
Did you ever see Dusty Rhodes' forehead before he died?
Yeah, I did.
Holy fuck. You talk about a guy who busted himself open almost every night.
Yeah, that was gross.
Jesus.
Gross.
Honestly, April, if you grew up watching wrestling, you would have grown up with AEW.
I don't want to pretend to know what that means.
AEW started like 4 years ago.
That's funny. I'm only almost 30, but, that's fine.
Oh, shit. Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels should have been his retirement match. I'll tell you this, and like pro wrestling is so good at this from time to time, at getting grown men to cry. I think every grown man who's a wrestling fan cried admit it, you fucking pussies. You either cried at the end of Ric Flair's match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, or you cried the next night at his retirement ceremony. One of the two. And
I'm guessing you cried at both.
I think I only cried at the retirement ceremony.
Aaron didn't even cry at our wedding.
I cried hey, ask any man out there. Crying at Ric Flair's retirement ceremony is far more important than crying at your wedding. Ric Flair's career had been 35 years. The wedding had been a relationship that, at most for most people, is like 3-4 years. Ric Flair has been a big part of their life longer than that woman has. And Ric Flair's career, that person. Ric Flair's career was ending. The marriage is just beginning.
I thought about it sometimes. Like, I saw Aaron was super red-faced and choked up, and I thought he was crying, and I don't think he ever did.
Triple N says, great, a rambling grandpa speech. Right.
Those always get me, though.
Curly Adams says, Ric Flair sounds like my dad after a bar fight at the VFW. He does look like he goes to VFWs.
He does look like he goes to VFWs. Oh. He does look like he goes to VFWs. 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 He does look like he goes to VFWs.
People were saying that they were having an audio issue a while ago. But
audio is choppy.
Our shit looks good here.
There's a lot of people.
All right. They're saying it was on YouTube's end, not on our end.
Okay.
Frozen Asian says it was funny to see that Conrad couldn't help himself and he had to be part of the finish. Yeah, Frozen Asian, I was thinking the same fucking thing. I read the transcript of the match.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, oh, of course that fat fuck had to. And look, I know this sounds weird to say, but with all due respect, I don't hate the guy. I don't dislike him. So when I say fat fuck, it's literally just because he's a fat fuck. It's not because he's a bad guy or a terrible person. He's a big fat fuck.
Got it.
I mean that as if, I would say someone's an old fuck. But yeah, he got involved. The brother, the son-in-law, I swear to God, he might have married the uglier Flair daughter because he was such a Ric Flair mark. He just wanted to be close to the father-in-law.
I don't know are either of them ugly?
Well, now he's got 15 fucking podcasts with 12 different wrestlers and wrestling managers. I'm pretty sure the Hornswoggle podcast is going to be starting pretty soon. But yeah,
get Ric Flair on here.
So I bet you he could. So he shoehorned himself. Conrad did into that ending. Let's continue on here. I want to catch up with the chat and then go on to something else. That was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Ric Flair almost died, but he still wooed from the hospital bed. Hell of a run, Nature Boy. Jay says, yeah, it was on my end. Reopened the app, and it was fine. That's all right, pal. Taste Fairy says, Conrad is the one who put up the money for StarCast. So, well, you know what? Then fuck me, I guess. If that refinancing son of a bitch wants to put up the money to do StarCast, then I guess you get to involve yourself in the finish.
Right.
I mean, what's ever gone wrong from a guy who runs the promotion or the guy who books the action over involving himself in the product? It's never happened. Ever.
Oh, I hope our audio's okay.
Our audio's fine. Everything on our end is good. If you're having problems, Buzzy, just refresh your YouTube. Apparently, YouTube is having some issues. What are we at? We still got 45 minutes left in tonight's show, or an hour and 15 minutes because we're going to hit that goal tonight. We're 170 away. So we're not that far away from our goal tonight. We're doing pretty good. Thank you, guys. If you feel like chipping in, please do. Many others have. And it's going pretty well so far. PayPal links, Super Chats, memberships. It's all in the chat. And you guys can chip in if you'd like to. All right. Women have come a long way in sports, a long way in athletics. They're so good that they're letting the ones with dicks do it.
So good that we can whine and quit and still get presidential awards.
Oh, yeah. Simone Biles can lose at the Olympics, quit, cry, complain, and she still gets the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Yep.
Meanwhile, does Tom Brady have one?
You would think so, right?
If Trump would have given him one, right? Tom Brady.
There's something wrong with that if he doesn't, but Simone Biles does.
Well, Trump should have done it. Nope, James Brady, but not Tom Brady.
Okay. That's just screwed up.
Simone Biles, but no Tom Brady. All right. Who's the tennis player that quit and everyone went, oh, she's so brave?
Naomi Osaka. She couldn't win, and then the press asked her, why can't you win? She goes, my feelings. And then they told her that she was a hero for quitting. So brave. I always thought, call me crazy, I always thought that persevering through mental anguish and physical pain was what was heroic and made sports people legends. Apparently, in my old age, it's changing. I'm not keeping up with the times. Apparently now, being a giant fucking pussy and quitting is even in my time, like, being a quitter made you a bitch. You're a little bitch.
Granny, or Balls Deep, let's not fucking delete Granny's comments, please. Let's be cool.
Stop fighting.
Guys, stop fighting. Just fucking chill, okay? Yeah, Johnny Chimpo says the mentally ill get the awards now. No. Only if you're a girl. You see, Hasim Rahman Jr. ain't getting any prizes. Hasim Rahman Jr. couldn't make weight against Jake Paul. They had to cancel the fight. Everyone's telling him he's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. He should have lost the weight to save to make the money. Naomi Osaka,
that
Simone
one wasn't
Biles.
A mental illness, though. Difference.
Well, then we're fat shaming because he couldn't lose the weight.
That would be labeled as fat shaming. Yes.
Right. If it was like, let's say Katie Taylor couldn't make weight to fight Amanda Serrano again. If we said, hey, lose weight, you lazy fuck, Be like, don't you body shame her. She's trying her best.
It is weird. It's like all women are graded on a curve in every like aspect of life.
Well, and here's where it's frustrating to be a man. We have to sit there like a bunch of tards and pretend it's equal. Meanwhile, you guys are like, okay, wait a minute. I want it to be equal until it's hard. Then put training wheels on, but still tell me it's equal.
I need my elbow pads.
And then you know what we do? We sit there like a bunch of fucking chuds and we go, it's still equal. As the WNBA is being financed by the NBA, we're like, you guys are still just as important as us as we're pulling you in a fucking wagon.
We've got a red flyer out here for the whole WNBA.
You guys have a red flyer behind you. And we're sitting here pretending it's all the same thing.
No, I see it all the time. Like, women are absolutely treated differently. It's graded on a curve for everything. It's weird.
Which is fine. I think it should be graded on a curve. But let it be graded on a curve.
I don't know about all that.
Like,
but
admit that it's graded on a curve.
Radio flyer. God, I'm stupid. We both said it, too.
I was thinking the same thing you were. Fuck me.
They're red, okay?
But, yeah, I mean, I think women should be treated differently in sports because they're not as strong, they're not as fast, they're not as good.
Mm-hmm.
So we should treat them differently. But the way the game is played now, it's treat them differently, but call them equal. And it's like, why? This just seems kind of stupid. Let's go ahead. How is the sound sounding? Because I think some of it might be on our end. I did notice a little crackle in my headphones.
This entire night since I showed up, I thought my headphones, like, I sound weird. I thought I heard that all night.
Okay.
Not a crackly, I just sound weird.
All right, well, let's...
So, I don't know what that is.
Let's see what we got here. All right, anyway, let's... So women got a chance to redeem themselves with the first ever female Tour de France.
Yes.
I mean...
That's a pretty cool opportunity, right?
I mean, that's huge. And then you got these guys like Andrew Tate and these anti-women guys who are saying, women can't drive and women are shitty drivers. And you're like, well, what are you basing that on? He's like, well, my experience with women drivers. And it's pissing off people like Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker. They're pissed off at Andrew Tate.
Are they really?
Yeah, I was going to talk about this last week, and now fucking Red Bar talks about it on his last show. So now I look like I'm following Red Bar. But I will say, actually, no, we talked about Andrew Tate long before he did. We did that, why are Muslims wealthier than white people?
Oh, I remember that.
And that was him saying the women don't go to work. They all live in the same house, multiple families, so on and so forth. Well, all these guys on the internet are getting all pissed off at this Andrew Tate. And it's kind of like what I say about people who have that Mersh subreddit.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, and I'm a Revenge of the Cis fan, so obviously I like Mersh, but what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to waste your time more than hating Mersh? And I feel the same way about Andrew Tate. You've got this life to live. And if you're Ethan Klein, if you're Hassan Piker, you're wealthy men, you're going to live this life where part of your day is going to be occupied choosing to get yourself riled up by some asshole who talks shit about women.
I would like to think that if I were Ethan Klein rich, I would be sitting back enjoying my life and I would be flicking the trolls off or people I don't like fuck you and you and you.
It's fine.
I've never heard of you. You're beneath me.
But, like, you get to, like, this Andrew Tate guy, and people choose to be upset about him. He's just a guy talking a whole bunch of shit. That's all it is.
I actually don't even know him.
Andrew Tate, he's just a guy. He used to be a mixed martial artist, I think. And now he talks shit on the internet about how women are stupid and they shouldn't drive.
So he doesn't matter.
I mean,
in the grand scheme of things,
he shouldn't be your hero and he shouldn't be your villain. He's literally, like I say about people talking into these things, he's just a guy talking shit.
Yep.
That's all it is. He's just a guy talking shit. He shouldn't make you really happy. He shouldn't make you really mad. Here's how everyone should end an Andrew Tate stream. Ready? You should end it like this.
Oh, okay.
That was something that happened.
It shouldn't make or break how your day goes.
So his whole thing is women shouldn't be driving. Let's see. Let's prove this Andrew Tate wrong and show him some of this women's Tour de France, if you will. The first ever women's Tour de France.
Big opportunity.
Here you go.
Welcome back. If you're just rejoining us on the...
Women can drive just fine. You see how they're doing the bikes here, and they're doing a great job, and everything's going nice?
Yeah.
TV, unfortunately,
everything's
we've
fine.
had
orderly.
a big crash in the peloton. So you're just seeing a replay of it here. Unfortunately, you just saw just how many riders that have been...
God.
Is that my bike chain or yours? Can you pull that out of my... Oh, my hair's in the... Fuck! God damn.
Oh, my tampon string is stuck in your chain.
Son of a bitch, get my hair out of that fucking chain, you cunt. You know how many hairs were in chains after that crash?
You rip your hair out and you leave that pile behind.
Right.
You get going.
And then you stomp to death the person that started that.
You throat stomp them.
You just stomp on their throat.
You could bike over it.
Down here.
Run over their fucking head, crush it like a grape.
Fuck.
So, we've got Iris out on the road, and the peloton have just been rolling along for quite a while here now. White jersey of Julie de Wilde has gone down there. Let's go out, though, and hear from...
Well, girls, rubbing is racing.
How do you go down? Like, you're just going down a smooth road, right? Unless somebody clipped your tire, how are you going down?
They're female athletes. They're used to going down.
Dude, this is embarrassing. This embarrasses me.
So there you go. The first ever women's Tour de France. And I believe they said it was a 30-bike pileup.
30-bike pileup?
30-bike.
You're right. You kill whoever did that because now you're embarrassing the entire female race.
I know. It's the first one. Everything's got to go off perfectly. You can't fuck this up.
Yep. You can't do this for at least 13 years.
Yeah, you got to give it some time. Thank you to Jay Santos for the $4.99 super chat. He says, you forgot to mention Cody Jinks when talking about the best modern-day country singers this morning. I will start donating through PayPal in the future.
Thank you. I feel bad. I'm kind of behind on
Cody
new music.
Jinks. I don't know.
I don't know new people.
I haven't given him a chance.
I don't know what Cody Jinks.
There is one new guy that I like, Green. He's not bad. I've heard a couple of his songs. He's a little old school sounding. Green. Something Green.
John Deere Green.
No. Fuck my ass Green, I think is his name. He has a gimmick.
Green.
He has a song where he goes, Velcro gloves on my sheep's wool, baby. It's about fucking a sheep in the ass. I can't remember the name of the... No, not Tom Green, although the Bum Bum song is fantastic. Not Al Green.
Seth Green?
It might have been Seth Green, might be the country star that I'm familiar with.
All right.
Gray Duckling with $4.99 says, Clam Smash, Grand Small at the Tour de France. Thank you very much, buddy. 160 away from our goal tonight. There's the PayPal link in the chat. If you guys want to get involved tonight and chip in a few bucks. We got about 40 minutes left in the show and 160 away. Oh, Riley Green. There it is. People saying Dennis Green, Mo Green, Red Green.
Red Green.
Red Green singing a country song would be great.
That's awesome.
Well, I couldn't fix my muffler, so I found a bunch of duct tape.
Dude,
found a nice girl and I committed a little date rape. I got a different kind of Red Green show. I don't know what you guys watched when you were growing up, but that was the Red Green that I got. To each their own.
I heard you stole my take on
what?
Morgan Wallen this morning.
I didn't.
You did. In the garage. I was cleaning the garage this weekend and my phone is shuffling like a random playlist that's generated by YouTube. Morgan Wallen comes on and I don't know his music and I'm like, this is awful. He basically blends in with the John Parties of the world and you said that word for word this morning.
I thought I said that.
You said that.
So
yes.
I straight up stole that from you
did.
then. Because I thought that was my take.
Morgan Wallen is underwhelming.
When you and I talk and I hear something brilliant, I always just assume it came from me.
Oh, I just thought you'd say it's because we're one of a kind.
No, I always hear brilliant things and I go, well, it couldn't have been April. Had to have been me.
Why am I here?
You know what stealing your wife's lines is? You know what that is?
Beta!
For sure.
What a bitch.
Riley Green. No, Triple N, it was not Mean Joe Green, although he did throw me his jersey once after I gave him a Coke, which I got to be honest, I thought was very nice of him. Curly Adams says, is there a random show fan that we're rallying for a VIP for? No. We are not tonight. But we're only 160 away from our goal. If a few of you chip in $10, we'll knock that out in no time, and we got 35 minutes to do it. Plus, you got our end of the show Beg Fest if we're $100 or more away, so plenty of time.
Yes.
Let's go to Gurmy. He says, are you sure you weren't listening to Eric Church? I think you know damn well enough that this show will not tolerate any besmirchment of the great Eric Church.
Aaron showed me one of the new Eric Church songs, and he actually messaged me while I was in Litchfield one day requesting it to be one of our songs.
Don't be fucking gay. Don't tell people that gay shit.
Oh, it makes me think of us.
Don't say gay shit. That makes me say, now you know what? If I get an interview with Jesse Lee Peterson, now it's
beta male.
You fucking
I feel like
asshole.
It's extra beta though that it's Eric Church. His face, he can't believe it.
I mean, is it?
Could you imagine being him?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is it worth dying for?
This one might be.
Okay, just checking, making sure you're at peace with your decision.
Oh yes. Yeah. I'm doing well.
High Main says his song with Lil Durk is all right. Don't tell me Eric Church did a song with Lil Durk, or I'm getting the fuck out of here right now.
Who is a Little Durk? What is that person? I feel like I just said a racial slur. Like I'm worried.
Unless it's Dirk Nowitzki's kid, it doesn't. There shouldn't be a Little Durk. Women only say
Dirk Diggler.
Oh, Lil Dirk Diggler. Oh. If he had a baby, it probably had AIDS.
Oh, and a really big dick.
Hulkamash Baby says women only say 70% as many funny things as men. That's science.
Awesome.
Dave says if 140 people donated 100 each, Aaron would not have to ask for anything for at least 8 hours. What are you talking about? That would make us good for at least 9,000 years. Those are the things you say to your wife in confidence. Don't share that publicly.
How do you know he actually said that?
Mr. Nobody says you created a monster, Aaron. That's absolutely right.
If you wouldn't have reacted so violently, they might have thought I was kidding.
Dave Dowling says, is it worth killing for is a better question. Fucking A right, man. Fucking A right. And I agree with Skeezy. 70% seems a little high.
You steal my lines, though.
That's the audience was mentioning this, and it's funny that they mentioned it. A few people read my mind in the prep sheets tonight after this Tour de France thing, and after we talked about Andrew Tate.
Okay.
Ryan Long, who we love, Ryan Long has made a series. Like every week, he comes out with just fucking amazing content on YouTube. Subscribe to Ryan Long, but he made a sketch today and released it called When a Normal Guy Tries to Be Andrew Tate. Now, Andrew Tate has all this big talk, fucking cock of the walk, guys should be guys, put your bitch in her place, and monogamy is gay, and, you know, that
beta.
He wishes he could be half the man Jesse Lee Peterson is, and he's not.
Isn't Jesse married, though?
Yeah, because being with multiple women is
beta.
Exactly.
I'm so confused.
So Ryan Long does a sketch about a lot of these bros that are trying to be like Andrew Tate now.
Okay.
Now my take on Andrew Tate is very simple. I think it's funny that people hate him so much. You know, there's guys like that where I don't necessarily agree with their shtick, but at least I know it's shtick. At least I know they're doing a thing. They're working an angle. They're trying to make money. Go for it. But these people, I find the people who get mad about Andrew Tate to be way more fun to watch than Andrew Tate himself. This is Ryan Long doing a bit on guys who try to be Andrew Tate.
What is this charge on my credit card bill for Hustlers University?
Before I started listening to Andrew Tate, I was just another guy getting bitched around by his girlfriend. But all that ends now because this is my castle and I'm the king.
Hey, you gonna do the dishes or?
I actually don't do the dishes anymore because that's the woman's job.
What did you just say?
You heard me.
No, actually, can you say it again, please?
I just don't want to do them.
Okay, well, we made a deal that Monday through Wednesday you do the dishes because I'm at work. So you want to make an alteration to that, or?
No.
All right.
You know,
that is, by the way, Andrew Tate sits there behind a microphone and spouts all this shit, but this is how this would go if you actually tried this in a normal relationship.
Oh, okay.
Every guy needs more than one woman. I'm just going to have sex with the same thing my whole life. Yeah, no thank you. Obviously, the girls are going to be loyal to me, but that is the situation.
What the fuck are you talking about right now? You're telling the cameras you're going to cheat on me?
No.
Give me your phone.
No. Why?
I'm sending your location to me, and then I'm going to know where you are at all times.
I changed my password, so you can't.
Okay, well, no, you didn't. He told you he's an alpha male. His mom drops off pre-made lunches at his part-time job.
Hey, I told
That's great.
Stop talking to me. What are you doing?
Go make your little TikTok.
Is she listening right now? If women had their body count on their head, it would solve basically all the world's problems.
What exactly would that solve for you, Brad? You know my body count. You begged me to tell you, and then you cried when you heard the numbers.
Oh, wow.
So what exactly is that going to solve? Is that going to solve the dish situation, or?
Posting some Tate speech clips on TikTok right now. I'm a hustler, baby. There's never been a better time to get rich, so.
You coming back to bed, or should I just finish that SVU episode alone?
No, I don't waste my time on things like Amazon Prime anymore.
Okay, well then what are you doing?
Getting rich.
Because I've literally begged you to start a business so many times and you just keep working at your dad's landscaping company, and most times you don't even show up there, and he calls me to ask where you are.
Can you just give me 5 minutes?
Okay.
I think she might be gone. 1 second. They're always on you. Yeah.
This is why you have to be able to enjoy the entirety of the internet and not just take a position on something and dig in, because you can think that Andrew Tate says some wild shit sometimes, but you don't have to fucking hate him and want him destroyed.
No, you could do this funny shit.
And you could do this funny shit where you know that the pussies who listen to him are full of shit because he's full of shit. But you're allowed to be full of shit on the internet, and then the Ethans of the world get all pissed at him because they're full of shit and they don't want people wrecking their full of shit gimmick.
Don't wreck my full of shitness.
Yeah.
I'm the one who told him he should start a business. Hey, it just locked me out of the Amazon Prime account. Did you pay the bill?
You sure it's not the password? I feel like I'm... Sign into my dad's account. Can you sign into my dad's account? I have it on there. Logged on. You can't spend your life watching TV, you know?
Okay.
It's time to be a movie.
Well, your dad's account doesn't work, but anyway, just don't stay up too late because we do have my sister's brunch tomorrow at 10, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that, so.
You just texted her 4 hours ago that you were so excited for the party. What is up with you?
I'm not going to her sister's thing. Okay, fine, but I'll be the one driving because I'm not trying to get in a car crash.
Your license got revoked.
Oh my God.
It really is a great stereotype of the average Andrew Tate fan.
This is really funny.
He lost his license. No, he just physically lost his license and refuses to go to the DMV to get a new one. Okay, this little project that you have going on is really riding my nerves.
Okay, just go then. This is my zone, my house.
I make more money than him.
Yo, do we have sandwich meat?
You have to take what's yours in this world.
Did you ask my coworker to webcam for you and said that you'd split the money with her 50-50?
Maybe. But I'm starting an umpire and you could be the number one bottom bitch. So if you actually think about it, I'm doing that for us.
Okay.
Because you could sort of be the queen and I'm the king and you're the queen.
This was your last chance. And actually my name's on the lease, so you need to leave.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You accidentally texted my coworker to get naked on camera? That was...
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
You need to
go. There you go.
That's amazing.
That was really fucking good. Yeah, everyone's looking for their idol or their hero on the internet.
That's the one. He's it. Right there. Just kidding.
Everybody is trying to find their idol on the internet, and they grab onto Jordan Peterson, or they grab onto Andrew Tate, or they grab onto these different people, and it's like, no, fuckface, these people are always going to let you down because you're not that guy.
Can you imagine choosing Jordan Peterson as your hero?
Dude, I've seen what happens to those guys.
That's exhausting.
I've seen what happens. I see it in the comments section whenever we bust Jordan Peterson's balls. His fans go fucking crazy because they've invested. They haven't just invested this guy's entertaining, I'll watch him.
Yeah.
They've invested their being and what they're into this guy. So if you shit on Jordan Peterson, you're shitting on them because they feel like they're connected to the guy. And that's just fucking gross.
They're attached at the hip.
Yeah. Same thing with this Andrew Tate. I mean, Andrew Tate is not offensive enough to be a problem. He's just a guy saying wild shit on the internet. That's Hassan Piker cannot get mad at Andrew Tate for saying stupid shit on the internet. Why? Because Hassan Piker makes a fucking living saying stupid shit on the internet.
Dude, you want to see a problem on the internet? Go to Subhuman Pollock. That's the biggest problem I've ever seen on the internet.
No, that guy's fucking based. He knows what's going on.
That guy is weird.
That's for sure. Yeah, Jay Santos says it perfect. Having heroes is...
Beta!
Exactly.
No heroes here.
Carlos says the people who treat Jordan Peterson / Andrew Tate like a canonized saint are insufferable. Yes, but also the people who treat them like they're Satan on earth and they need to be stopped, those people are equally insufferable. I have a lot less problem with Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson than I do the people who crazy love them or crazy hate them.
I would agree. It's almost like the same as the left and right politically. They're both insufferable and evil.
Right. Jordan Peterson had a sip of apple cider vinegar, says Hi Main, and claimed to not sleep for 30 days after. I mean, that alone should disqualify him from everything.
I mean, yeah. I actually used to drink that shit for like stomach problems. It definitely does not affect your sleep.
Yeah, he said he drank apple cider vinegar and he didn't sleep for 30 days.
No, Jordan, that was meth.
that was benzos, buddy. I don't know what it was.
Benzos?
Yeah, Benzedrine. That's an upper.
I don't think benzos are uppers.
I think Benzedrine's an upper. I could be wrong.
No, benzos is like a Xanax, I'm pretty sure.
They? Uh-oh. Oh, Xanax.
Yeah, it's a downer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Well, then what the fuck was
all right. You learned.
What was keeping him up for the 30 days if he was on benzos?
Meth.
Apple cider vinegar. Okay. I forgot. It was all that apple cider vinegar that he'd been hauling down his gullet.
Yeah, everyone. Benzos are downers.
Okay. Well, you're a downer. $160 away from our goal tonight. Let's see if we can knock that out, guys. We've been making this up in chunks all evening long. Thank you very much for that. If you've contributed, we're about halfway there. Let's knock out that other half. We've got about 25 minutes left in tonight's show. Let's hit that goal. Let's do an extra half hour, because if we hit that goal, we don't stop at the top of the hour. We go until the bottom of the next one. Loaded Wrench says, no wonder you can't stay awake.
Right. Yeah. Aaron's over here taking like Alprazolam and shit like that.
I've been doing the wrong shit. Damn it.
I'm so tired.
Citizen M says, watching Better Call Saul, but keeping this playing on mute just because I have YouTube Premium, trying to help out. Wow, thanks, buddy.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that. That's very cool.
Rusty says the chat isn't mean enough for a Monday.
Oh, sorry, guys. Let's, well then, here, let's do two things.
People have been fighting.
Here, let's hit the goal and let's be meaner. How about that?
Let's all be really... Wait, we were mean to Aaron earlier.
Yeah.
You guys were fighting. This has been a very mean chat.
Yeah. So we got the Mystikal story coming up. I've got Beyonce bending to the mob. I've got Joe Rogan saying some wild shit about Jeffrey Epstien.
I'm in on, that's my top of my list so far.
This was some crazy shit that Joe Rogan actually did say. And then we've got a Florida man arrested outside an Olive Garden for, quote, eating pasta belligerently. I don't know how you eat pasta belligerently, but I'm just letting you guys know.
Are you like putting down your pants first and then slurping the noodle up?
I've got some things for overtime. I got the Beyonce thing for overtime. I've got the Joe Rogan thing for overtime. And I have a DSP clip if you guys want it. If we hit overtime and you don't want the DSP clip, that's fine. We got the Joe Rogan and Beyonce stuff. We're busy enough for overtime. What did I say? 160 away. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you guys want to start chipping in or throwing in super chats or becoming members. Let's knock those out. 160 away from the goal. 20 minutes to do it. We always have the begging can rattling at the end of the show too, if we don't hit it. Well, guys, bad news if you're a hip hop fan like I am from the early 2000s. One of my, and I'm not kidding, back in the day, one of my favorite rappers, without a doubt, was Mystikal. I just loved all of his shit. One of my favorite Mystikal lines of all time.
And I'm beating that pussy up, not smooth fucking.
A lot of his lyrics were aggressive towards women,
which is why you liked it, right?
Well, a lot of the innuendo and the stuff was basically just sexually objectifying and borderline abusing women. So would it surprise you guys that he's done jail time and been arrested multiple times for sexual assault?
I'd kind of still assume he's there at this point.
No. He was out.
Oh, somebody let him loose?
He was
After
loose.
All that?
He was loose for a little bit.
How long?
I don't know, but he's back in. You want to know what he's back in for?
Definitely not sexual assault, right?
It would be it's sexual assault.
Oh,
again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should probably quit that.
You should probably stop.
Good evening. First at 6 o'clock, Mystikal, a well-known rapper on the wrong side of the law tonight. His third rape arrest over the past 2 decades.
Tonight, Mystikal, whose real name is Michael Tyler, is being held without bond at the Ascension Parish Jail. WBRZ first to break the high-profile rapper's arrest on our news app this morning, and the investigative unit first to publish the disturbing details on what landed him in jail.
First of all, take it easy on the high-profile part.
I know.
It's not 2002.
It's definitely not high-profile anymore.
I don't know. Like, he probably can play county fairs now at this point.
Here is our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto.
Michael Sylvia, a woman claims she was raped, robbed, and held against her will by a man whose fame did not provide him any favors. Tonight, Mystikal sits in the Ascension jail accused of charges that could put him away for life if he's convicted.
Well, at least they'll get it right this time.
I mean, how do these people keep getting released?
They did play it.
You can't do that.
Okay, hey, news. Time out. When you're reporting on a guy sexually assaulting women, you don't celebrate his catalog.
No, you don't promote anything.
If Paul McCartney butt-fucked a girl with a plunger handle, you don't play Let It Be.
Oh, no.
Okay? That's just the rules. If Axl Rose ass fingers a fat broad, you don't play fucking Welcome to the Jungle when you do the news story.
This is weird.
It's somber. I was doing this as a gag. I was going to say, how fucking hilarious would it be if the news was playing Mystikal clips inside of this news story? And before I can say that, what does the news do?
Played it.
From the same fucking song I was just doing.
I know.
Shake it fast. 51-year-old Michael Tyler isn't known to many by his real name. The music you just heard got him famous. His stage name, Mystikal. Tonight, a woman alleges he raped her at his home on Saturday in Prairieville, robbed her, and held her against her will.
2 individuals, they met up at his home to discuss some finances. And at some point, that's...
Finances, huh?
Time out. I know what happened here. This is just a really political police way. He was her pimp.
Yeah. That's what I said, finances, huh?
He was her pimp.
Yeah.
They got together at each other's house to discuss some finances and some fiduciary matters. Oh, you mean she was bringing him the money for her fucking, and he thought she was short money, so he took it out of that ass and put a gun in her mouth, and she went to the police.
I was gonna say it's either the pimp thing or drugs. It can't be anything else.
I'm going pimp.
I'd go pimp first too.
Conversation went very, very far left. She said,
"Oh, they started talking about trans people in sports and fucking kids sharing their pronouns." Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, they met together to talk about the pimp money, and then all of a sudden one of them brought up the Build Back Better plan and said that we should probably have universal health care and pay off everybody's student loan debts. It got fucked up.
And when you and I have babies after this thing we're about to do here, they're going to be trans.
Talk about overturning Roe v. Wade again so we can have abortions again, and then they also agreed Joe Rogan needed to be fired. That's what we found out about their far-left conversation.
And Biden is God.
Yes.
that he seemed fine when they were initially talking. At some point, he stepped away, maybe to the restroom. He came back a completely different person.
Uh-oh. Somebody hit the Coke locker.
Tiny bit.
Somebody hit the old Coke locker and then came back a fist of rage.
This really is like the PC police, you know, sweet way of sugarcoating everything he's doing.
Here, let me translate what this cop is saying.
Yes, please.
His hua went over to his house to give him his money. He thought, as the pimp, that the hoe was short the cash, so he went into his bathroom, did a bunch of coke, and came out with his pimp hand strong.
Oh, Tootski.
Yeah.
And that was when he began to come on to her.
This warrant for Mystikal's arrest details exactly what he's accused of. The woman.
Come on to her. Who is he? Deshaun Watson?
Oh, no.
And I'm beating that pussy up, not smooth, fucking.
Sorry. I mean it.
Jizz everywhere.
Had cuts, bruises on her arms, leg, face, mouth, and neck and hair yanked from her scalp.
Ugh.
The warrant alleged.
I mean, you should have known that was going to happen based on his third album, track 4. Bitch, I'ma yank your hair from your scalp.
You shouldn't know that so
or
specifically.
Track 8, scalping bitches. I mean, you should have known from that song that he's about that life.
He's collecting scalps.
I want me my scalps.
Yeah,
and y'all hoes will get me my scalps taken from the heads of 100 dead Johns.
That was actually a mystical line. It was stolen.
You become a hoe unto me, and you take on a debit. A debit that you owe to me personally. Every hoe serving unto me will bring me 100 scalps brought to me from 100 dead Johns. And I want my scalps. And y'all will give me my scalps.
Man, I'm beating that pussy up, not smooth, fucking.
Mystikal punched her, pulled her braids from her head, took her phone and keys to prevent her from leaving.
Classic Mystikal verse 3. You never see it coming.
I swear you can pull all of these moves right out of his music.
Right.
Choked her to the point she could not breathe.
That's
and
also in a
forcibly
song.
raped her. The victim alleges Mystikal verbally berated her, spit in her face, and threw rubbing alcohol on her, claiming that she had bad spirits on her, that it would help cleanse.
Oh my God. So now he's religious. We're
rubbing alcohol. What did she have? Sharpie on her? What were the bad spirits made out of? Permanent marker?
It was Sharpie.
You have bad spirits made out of permanent marker. Here.
She had a tattoo on her cheek that said boo. Oh.
No one came to the door at
Wow, that's fucking brave, nerdy Jewish news guy.
Cool.
I would not pull that happy horse shit.
Every news story does this. They've got to do the shot of them knocking on the door.
I decided in my best judgment to go knock on the door of the coked out rapist rapper and ask him what the dealio was.
Well, he's a man. He's not going to rape him, right?
He's a man.
home on Retreat Lane in Prairieville, but neighbors on this quiet street told me he was always cordial and waved. But he also kept...
Well, no rapist has ever waved.
Yeah, oh, he waves at everyone. Oh, he could never.
I mean, I don't get it. They say that he did all this shit to this woman. He always waved to me.
They say he just went crazy.
He went out into the bathroom, and to this day they claim that if you run your finger on the counter, you'll see the coke prints in your hands. 'Cause every night he smacks his bottom bitch named Cheyenne.
Poor Cheyenne.
Nobody can explain it.
Get it, babe.
Some say he's still alive.
She's still alive.
Sorry.
Kept to himself and was a recluse. In 2014, we caught up with him on a ride-along with deputies. As
What?
He went on a ride-along with deputies. No, news guys, you're confused. That was an arrest.
Yeah, sorry, man.
They checked on convicted sex offenders, which he is.
How you doing?
Oh, Lord.
At the time, he told us he knew how important these checks are, especially when sex offenders are in your neck of the woods.
I have the same fears that most parents have.
Whoa.
You know, I don't have no offense against no, young kids and nothing like that. Don't make my offense no better. But
Right, like, look, I may have raped a bitch or two, but I ain't never touched no kids.
I never touched no kids.
Still.
I only did it to bitches who mouthed off.
They were asking for it. Did you see what she was wearing?
I said, quit your crying, heifer. I don't need all that.
No, protect your kids.
Man, I'm beating that pussy up, not smooth, fucking.
Thing that we have.
He also said being a sex offender had
You can't play the song I'm playing.
not
should be
stopped him
illegal.
from living.
Don't do the pity party thing, I have to participate in sex offender groups and stuff like that.
Yeah, it really worked. It took.
Yeah,
Really
I
took.
mean, man, doing swell.
Twice a month. It don't stop your life, man.
Despite his fame, the sheriff's office says he's not being treated any differently tonight.
He didn't show the victim any sympathy, and he doesn't get any sympathy or
They just
special
keep playing
treatment.
the video.
So he
No.
will be in general population or
Danger! And always the same song. Never danger. Never any of the others.
will be incarcerated just like anyone else.
Mystikal has been charged twice before for rape, once in 2002, another in 2017. The first one resulted in a 6-year prison conviction and forced him to register as a sex offender. 3 weeks ago, deputies were also called to Mystikal Street after a man says a woman came to his door alleging she was beaten by the rapper. He has a bond hearing tomorrow afternoon.
Here's what I'll say, though, about these women.
Oh, God.
At what point do you stop?
Hold on. Go ahead.
At what point do you stop going to hang out at Mystikal's house? Lest you get beaten. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's been in prison for it before.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should be doing any of this shit, but I think I would maybe not go hang out with Mystikal. Maybe. Just for the future bitches out there. Stop going to the house.
Triple N says, it was the verbal berating that was the worst part. I know. I thought it was funny they included that part in the story.
Right. She was raped, but he verbally berated her.
People saying he was a method rapper. He always got into the... Triple N says, textbook weave drag. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had the arm drag. Mystikal's got the weave drag. So.
Oh my God.
Hulkamaster Baby saying it wasn't a Tootski. It definitely sounds like it was 3 lines.
I'm going to need Triple N to stick around because it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
Says he went to powder the nose. Tiny bit.
Oh, yeah, I went to the powder room.
Someone's saying that's bath salts. Yeah.
The demons thing, maybe.
Hulkamaster Baby says he raped her. He said mean things. Way to bury the lead, bro.
Right. Don't start with he raped her and then say, I called her a bitch.
Oh. I hope he was vaccinated if he was spitting on people, says Kermie. Oh. Davey D says the News could have picked a different song. I know. That song is so about objectifying the shit out of women.
Don't play his songs. Like, you don't play his songs when he's being accused of rape right now.
Oh, Bumbaclo says my favorite movie is Mystikal River. That would have been a different movie. Triple N says, why is lips looking so blue? Oh, because he's black. Victor says... Victor says, I don't have no offense against young kids. Is that English? Hey, you going to tell him it's not, you fuck?
All these double negatives in his sentences, too. I don't have no.
JD Straight Shot says, Jim and Sam are getting a podcast, and it's all best of. So it's going to change the comedy podcast world. They're on Spotify, so look out, JRE. Well, may I say this, JD Straight Shot? What do you mean Jim and Sam are doing a best of? So you mean a bunch of O&A bits?
Well, hold on, though. Don't they already have a podcast together? The Jim and Sam
they have
show?
A radio show together.
Oh, okay.
A radio show together.
My bad.
Oh, Mystikal and C Murder are no limit soldiers. Isn't Master P lucky? Ice Sneeze says he kind of gets hitty if you don't bring him his cut. Well, that much is very... Jesus Christ, Triple N. I can't say that.
Oh, my God. No, disavow.
I can't. What? I've never seen anything like that. I don't even know what that means.
We like our channel, sir.
Nate says, change the camera. Looks good.
Have you been gone?
Thanks, Nate. No, he hasn't seen us since Friday. He's been off fucking around.
Oh, that's right. He's not a member. So
yeah. So, Nate, we hope you enjoy, sir. We actually did it just for you.
I worked on it very hard.
Well, I'm sorry that Nate had to jump in at this time because it is can rattling time.
Oh, he hates that?
Well, everybody hates it. I mean, it's never good that you have to beg your audience, but at the same time, we have Johnny, we have Oz, we have Corey, we have, like I always say, an expensive show for a show our size. So we always try in the last 5 minutes of our show to try and raise whatever we're short in terms of the goal, or we just roll an extra $80 into the next 2 evening shows. Right. Now, this morning, we passed the goal by $15. So tomorrow morning, we're going to start ahead of the goal.
Well, that's fun.
Which is great.
Yeah, we could at least whittle it down a little bit.
Nate says, Steel Toe is my favorite racist morning news show. I tell all my friends. What are you talking about with the racism? Huh? Why would you say such things? All right, guys, it looks like we got 3 minutes to try and get this goal under $50 so we can do the half-hour overtime on credit. So we got 3 minutes to get this thing under 50. Otherwise, we got to start the music. We got to do the hype train. We got to do the can rattling thing that all the people who hate our show on Reddit like so much. I feel like we've been very conservative on it tonight, though, so I like that.
Very. The time flew by.
Very conservative with the asking for the funds. We always try to limit that as much as we can while also raising the necessary cash to keep our team aboard here. So 160 away from the goal. Mikey says, I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday for some overtime today. Oh, well.
That's also what the chick said when she went over to Mystikal's house.
How'd that work?
It didn't work out well.
Exactly. What You Drinking says, open your pockets, people. Support. Well, it's not a fucking stick-up, What You Drinking. Let's be casual about this. You have a choice. If you feel like chipping in, that's great. We'll do an extra half hour for you if we hit the goal. If not, we'll politely say our goodbyes at 9 o'clock. We'll roll the goal over, and we'll try again tomorrow. That's how this show ain't going to go, yeah, guys, the support's been really slow lately, and fuck you guys for it, and goddamn it, give us tips.
You're not going to tweet about it later?
No, absolutely not. I'm going to take my lickings like a man.
Okay.
I'm going to take my beatings the way they come, and I'm going to celebrate my victories with equal class.
If there is anything we did learn today, it's make sure you log out of your sock accounts.
Yes.
After replying to yourself.
Stuttering John taught us that you got to log out of those sock accounts.
Oh, they'll get you.
Putting up a poll with 10. Travis with 10. Triple N becoming a member. Thank you very much, buddy. And it looks like we are 140 away from that goal. So we are getting closer and closer to knocking out that goal. You got about 2 minutes before we start the music. Let's see if we can knock it out. Dave says you might need to watch some Real Beggars for some tips and props and ideas. Well, who knows?
We've done the props before. We've done everything
props.
from real pans to these little like tin cans.
We should bring back letting people request impressions if they do $10 or over.
Do you remember how much you hate that every time you do it, though, and how much your voice burns out?
Hurts my voice. I'll do it if the fans want it. Thank you very much, Gurmy, for the $12.99, knocking another $10 off that goal. $130 away from the goal tonight. There's the PayPal link in the chat if you want to do the PayPal version and knock that goal down a little bit quicker. There it is. Rusty Grammar says, how many tickets left for the rally next weekend? This weekend, it's our anniversary show, and I think we've got about 45. I think actually some tickets sold during the show. So I think close to 40 tickets, I think, are left.
Good news.
For the anniversary show, so not many left. I think the last 2 days, those will probably go. The link is up in the pinned chat section. The pinned message is the link to tickets for the anniversary show Saturday at Stoney's in Rockville. Raz of Chaz says, do Gilbert Gottfried talking about mystical beating and rape.
That could get bad.
I mean, you know what? If we go to overtime, I'll bring Gilbert in to talk about it. But right now, what are we at? 1:30 and we got 5 minutes left? Well, I tell you what then. Let's fire up the MIDI and go back to the old Twitch days, and let's do ourselves a little bit of a hype train to see if we can knock down that goal. Remember, we do a little service that if we get under $50, we do the overtime on, Mikey started this. He said, just do it on credit.
And see if it comes in.
And then it'll come in during the overtime. And we said, all right, you know what? We'll do it. Here we go, guys. Ready? We've got until the end of the MIDI to knock out that $130 goal. Choo-choo indeed. We like to have a little fun with our having to beg part instead of getting down on people and whatnot. Only $130 away. That's 13 of you with a $10 contribution. Also, we've got Joe Rogan getting really fucking based about Jeffrey Epstien on his show. We've got that audio
like to hear it.
Coming in overtime. Beyonce took a word out of a song that she recently released because people got upset with her for it.
She pulled a Lizzo.
She pulled a Lizzo, actually. I think it was the same word, too. And we may do some DSP in overtime if there's time. But right now, we are 1:30 away from our goal and about 2 minutes left in this little hype train session here. So let's see if we can go on a rally. If you feel like chipping in, there is the link in the chat. There's PayPal. Otherwise, super chats and memberships count as well. Dave Downing says, that's some excellent begging. Thanks, buddy. Mad Max Mardigan says, I really wanted to go to the anniversary show, but every time my wife logs on to Eventbrite, she says that there's a notification on it that you're only allowing bottoms because of the cornhole. Oh, my God.
That took a while to get to.
Oh. $5 from Raz of Chaz on PayPal. Thank you very much, buddy. So we're 125.
Thank you.
Away from our goal tonight. Let's see if we can knock this thing out. What do we got left now? About 2.5 minutes left in this session. Let's see if we can hit the goal and do overtime. 125 away. Otherwise, we roll it into the next 2 nights.
At least chip it down a little bit.
Yeah, sure, you can knock it down. And again, if we knock it down to 50, we do the overtime. That's a little policy of ours. Nobody left, huh? We're all tapped out for
Monday.
We're all tapped out for the night. That's okay. It happens. $10 from Jeff on PayPal. Thank you very much to Jeff H. Thank you very much to Jasper.
Jasper.
Oh, that's going to make it 105 away from the goal. So we're getting very close to doing the overtime, at least on credit. We got more PayPal coming in. $20 coming in from Robert Rasmussen.
Thank you.
Knocking it down another 20. That's 85. $85 away from our goal. So at the very least, not jacking tomorrow's goal up too much.
Right.
There you go, guys. Getting closer. Getting closer. And how much time is there left? There's about a minute and change left in the hype train. $85 away from our goal. So close.
I know.
With a minute left, will we make it? We've got the PayPal link in the chat, the super chats, the memberships. Let's see if we get there with a minute left in the show. 30 minutes of overtime on the line. $85 away from the goal.
I want to keep seeing more members.
We got Joe Rogan, we got Beyonce, we got DSP, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in the next half hour if we do it. Raz of Chaz, yes, we did announce yours, buddy.
Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, we're also only 15 subscribers away from 4,000 tonight.
What happened?
This has been too fun of a show.
We were 7 away.
To end it now.
Come on, guys.
But we've got about 30 seconds left in this hype train. Yes, DSP's cat did just donate.
Yeah, and it's Daddy's day off tomorrow.
And it is Daddy's day off, yes. There's JD Straight Shot with $5 repeating his Jim and Sam thing. Jasper also becoming a member.
Thank
75 you. Away, $25 away from doing the overtime on credit. $10 from Stephanie, $65 away from the goal.
Thanks, dear.
$15 away from doing the overtime on credit. $20 coming in from Andrew. We are oh my God, just as time expires, we get to, that's ROTC starting. Oh my goodness. $45 away. So guys, we're doing your overtime on credit.
Thank you.
On the belief that last 45 is coming in. Wow. To the fucking wire, boys and girls. Great job. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Proud of you.
Very cool. Jasper with another 10. Thank you very much to Jasper. We take 70% of that.
He's giving away his Meow Mix money.
That's going to knock it down to 40. Oh, boy. So, half hour to get that last 40 in. Otherwise, we'll roll it into tomorrow. But you guys earned your overtime.
What a rally.
Tonight. Yeah, great rally, guys. Awesome support. Appreciate it a ton. Somebody tell our buddy Darkside Phil that all you got to do is amp people up and get them excited and make the donation thing fun, make the goal fun, and make it something they can look forward to. And then the people who can't donate don't feel left out because they're part of the drama and everything else. Like, oh, wow, are they going to hit it? Are they not? Instead of going, listen, you pieces of shit, give it to me this way. But if you're going to be a filthy busker like we are, at least, would you rather see the guy banging the spackle buckets and just sitting the hat out there? Or would you rather see the guy banging the spackle buckets and then flipping the hat around and doing some wacky, wild shit?
I'll take that.
Nate says, AKA manipulate. I see it as more like being a black minstrel show and just kind of dancing and singing Mammy for you. Is that? No?
Is that your fantasy?
That's kind of what I always wanted to be, and then they had to go and make it racist.
Wow.
I just always thought it was.
He was actually an extra in Mad Men.
Yeah, I was actually Roger Sterling's stunt double in that wedding scene. People don't know that about me. Joe Rogan talking about Epstien. And I gotta say, fucking Joe, he must have something on the Clintons where he can't be touched because he just went ahead and based the shit out of the whole Epstein thing. Now, I actually agree with Joe here that the Jeffrey Epstein thing, that Jeffrey Epstein was an agent of either the CIA or Israel's Mossad.
Okay.
And his whole gimmick was he was getting money from Israeli and American billionaires. And because this guy was supposed to be like a financial planner or financial advisor who was a billionaire, but nobody could figure out who he did business with or who his clients were or anything like that. His whole thing, when he has this island, he takes wealthy, powerful people to this island, and when they go there, they fuck lots of hot girls.
Gross.
However, they aren't told that the girls they're fucking are actually underage. So now, after they're done with this meeting on Epstein Island, they go, you got two choices. You can go and tell the whole world what happened here. And not only will you go to jail for being a pedophile, but we'll fucking kill you and your family. Rest assured we will.
Yep.
Or what you can do now is see all of us American and Jewish billionaires is you can do everything that we want you to do while you're in power, or we'll tell everybody about the pedophilia and the kid fucking and all the dirty shit you've ever done. So now you're owned men. That is my conspiracy theory about the Epstein thing.
It's not a bad one.
It's not my theory. It's one I've heard from others, and it sounds good to me. I'll tell you what I don't buy. I'll tell you to me what the conspiracy theory is. That Epstein was actually a lone billionaire who acted by himself and just magically happened to become friends with Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Warren Buffett.
No.
All these rich and powerful people all at once.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But if, hey, you're looking to become president of the United States, I tell you what, why don't you come on my plane? We'll go out to my island. We got bitches. We got booze. We got
party.
Coke. We got fucking everything. Private jets. And they're like, fuck yeah, it sounds like a great time. Oh, make sure you sign your name in the flight log. Make sure you sign your name in the guest book. Make sure you have documented proof that you were on this island.
Sign everything.
Make sure you have documented proof that you were on my airplane. Make sure we take pictures of you with these girls.
I was going to say the pictures.
I mean, to me, that makes a lot more sense than this random Epstein fella just happened to be trusted by all these guys. Let's go ahead and watch Joe Rogan here. It's pretty fucking based for Rogan.
Okay.
He was more than that. He was bringing them to parties. Like it was an intelligence operation. Whoever was running it, whether it was the Mossad or whether it was the CIA or whether it was a combination of both, it was an intelligence operation. They were bringing in people and compromising them. And then when they would compromise them, they would use, whatever they had on them to influence their opinions.
You notice that Joe's just saying this shit matter of fact, but you also understand that people in the mainstream watching this are going,
oh my God.
What the fuck did he just say? I love that about Joe. I love the innocence of Joe Rogan.
He's completely glazed over right now. This is just kind of coming to him.
No, he's just going, well, no, it's obviously this is the way it was. This kind of like I just did, going, it just makes sense. Meanwhile, if you were to say that shit on CNN, halfway through his little speech, they go, oh, sorry, Joe, we're losing you there. We're breaking up. Must be a bad connection. We'll be back later. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Meanwhile, there's a producer in their ear going, get the fuck out of this interview. Go to break right fucking now. We are not allowing this on our fucking airwaves. Are you insane?
You are fired.
No. I mean, maybe in a way, think about this for a second. Give me leeway to kind of work this out in my brain, if you will.
Okay.
Maybe, just maybe, we should be giving the Clintons kind of a break and encouraging them to come forward. Like, you know how the cops, when they want to bust like some big ring, drug ring, organized crime ring, they get the underling guys, and the underling guys commit a bunch of small level crimes, and they go, look, we'll let you go on all that shit. All you got to do is feed us the goods on these guys and get them behind bars. You get them in prison, we'll forgive you for everything you did. I mean, you're going to have to move because they'll fucking kill you. But whoever's left. But I think it should be the same way with Clinton. It should be the same way with all these guys who went to Epstein Island. Look, you take down, you tell us who this machine was. You tell us what the head of the snake is. And unfortunately, it might be like the movie Shooter. There's no head of the snake. There's no... you cut off one head, another one grows somewhere else.
Ghislaine Maxwell just went away for, selling these girls to nobody.
Yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell is the first person to ever go to prison for sexually trafficking underage girls to nobody.
It makes sense, right?
We have no clients. We have no people that she trafficked them to.
Which in said case would mean there was no crime committed. But obviously she went to prison, so there was crime. So who's the guy?
It would be like trying R. Kelly and being like, oh, he's fucking underage girls and pissing on them. Oh, what were their names? Who are they? None. So he's pissing on nobody? Yeah. Well, then he's guilty. What? Don't you have to provide like an accuser? No. Just have
to. But yes, you do.
Yeah. I mean.
Do you think that judge had this book somewhere? With the names and shit in it?
Yeah, they do. It's documented that, if I could do an Alex Jones thing, it's documented, it's proven.
So they literally have a book of names, but they won't put anyone behind bars? That seems like it should be just how it is, right? Like, you've got Ghislaine Maxwell, you've got the book, you read the fucking book, and you put those people in jail. How isn't that just common sense?
Well,
how isn't that the proceedings?
If you're compromised by Mossad or the CIA, then you shut the fuck up and you do what they tell you to do.
That's a scary world. That's a really scary world.
Welcome to the world.
I don't like it.
Welcome to the world.
That makes me really angry, actually.
They're probably still doing it. I don't think they caught it. I don't think these intelligence people let Epstein get caught unless they're done with him. And they have a new Epstein. They couldn't touch...
You're serious?
Back in the 90s, they couldn't touch Jeffrey Epstein. They tried. He got like a year or two in jail, and then they let him go.
What?
This kind of shit. He got like a year or two for trafficking, and then...
Or do you get Jeffrey Epstein and you're done with this while everyone else is still protected?
Oh, no, the powerful people aren't... You don't understand. The Bill Clintons of the world aren't protected. The Bill Clintons of the world are the part of the victimhood. They're fucked. They can't go anywhere. They can't do anything. They have to do everything these people want them to do. They're compromised. Okay. All of these people, Obama, Bush, all of these very powerful people, the billionaires in charge of this world, the oligarchs, they have these people compromised. They've either got them as willing participants and teammates who are doing this to enrich everybody like a Dick Cheney, or they've got like a Bill Clinton or a Barack Obama where they've got them compromised with different shit that they've done, and they go, now you're going to do our bidding or we'll fucking destroy you.
I don't like that.
That's why it was so, but that's why it was so important to get Donald Trump out of there. Because he wasn't playing the game. He wasn't playing ball. As much as a lunatic as he could be, he wasn't dealing with these guys.
I guess. Yeah.
So, he was talking about busting up every child sex ring there was in the country. People in charge don't want that. That's how they get their guys compromised. That's how you get a Bill Clinton or a Bill Gates. Or you think Bill Gates creates all this software and shit for the government because, his products are just so fucking good? Microsoft sucks a dick. But you know what? If he doesn't make it for him at a really cheap price, they'll show all the pictures he's got. Oh, really, Bill? You don't want to make this for nuclear warheads or make this for our cruise missile computers. So that's interesting. Oh, I just dropped these. Oh, Bill, that looks a lot like you. That girl. Oh, I know that girl. She's 15 in this picture. So what were you saying the price per unit was going to be on that software, Bill? Whatever you say it is, I guess.
That is so gross.
Same thing with all. That's how they get that done. Thank you very much to Mr. Nobody for the $10. That drops us down to $30 tonight. $30 away. We're doing overtime on credit tonight because you guys got very close. Let's see if we can knock out the remaining $30 before we're done today. Let's go on to what the audience thinks about this. High Main says that was a good Joe moment. That was a great Joe moment.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I like about that Joe Rogan moment is he was just matter of fact about it.
Oh, this is just kind of going on.
Yeah.
By the way.
He wasn't saying, like I was, like he wasn't saying, here's my opinion. He was saying, no. This is what it was. It's either the Mossad or the CIA. To me, I think they're working together. I think Israel is just a client state of the United States, or maybe vice versa. I don't know. But one doesn't do anything without the other knowing.
I would venture a guess that most groups that are in control of shit probably have some kind of conversations together always.
Think about it. Israel's got to be involved because do you think every single one of these presidents has thought it was an awesome idea to give Israel billions of dollars in military funding every year?
No, and I'm guessing the ones that didn't think it was such a good idea probably got threatened.
I bet
much
you
as you're saying.
I bet you they got a cock full of underage Epstien prostitutes. Oh, think we can change your mind about that Israel thing, Mr. President Clinton? I just think that giving them all those weapons kind of keeps the war going and kind of keeps all the death and destruction going, so we should cut it back and not be involved. Oh, really? I think this girl's 14. Yeah, you're giving them the fucking money. I have a hard time believing that every president we've ever had and every Congress we've ever had agrees on that money.
What if they, as soon as somebody flip-flops, you just assume they'd been to the island?
Right?
I don't know.
Just go let me see your fucking travel logs, asshole.
Because, you weren't for this previously, so what happened?
Yeah. Hulkamasha Baby says his Swiss banker actually got caught cleaning dirty money for the Benihana owner. That's Wolf of Wall Street, you fucking guy.
That's what I thought.
That's Jordan Belfort, not Jeffrey Epstein. What are you talking about? Watch him say like, no, it was the same dudes. They were. Alaric says, dude, did you just get done playing Deus Ex? This is literally the plot of it. No, I've never heard of it, actually. So I think we just, Wayne Stenheim, assistant, deleted all his emails after he killed himself, one person says.
That is impressive.
Jasper says probably why Bill Gates' wife left him. No, not probably. She said it was because of his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein that she's fucking out of there.
Right, and that's probably as close to the knife as she could get, talking.
Nate says, is Aaron checking his phone during the show? No, for some reason, PayPal on the desktop doesn't work at night. Like, it doesn't update at night, so it only updates on my phone. This started like 3 weeks ago. I don't know why that is. So I just refresh it so we don't overcharge people. If we knock out the $30 that's left on the goal, I don't want to keep putting the link up there. So that's why I check it during the evening shows. But you're right. You're right to check on me. Thanks for keeping me on my toes, Nate. I appreciate it. Bumbaclo says Alex Jones does a great Bill Gates impression. Actually does a great imprestion of a lot of people. Yeah.
I love the video of him just doing the multiple impressions. Yeah.
Rachel Maddow.
I want to watch
it. That's Hillary. I love that one. 30.
I have a question that. Oh, go ahead.
$30 away from the goal tonight. We're giving you overtime on credit, so let's see if you guys can work together to knock out the rest of that $30 before we go tonight. Go ahead.
This is probably going to be obvious to some, but not to me, because I'm a little farm girl. Why specifically did it become? Why are the Clintons the feared couple? Why are they the ones? How did they get in that position?
Because a lot of people who know them and claim to have dirt on them have died in really fucked up ways.
Okay.
Like one guy.
I knew that though, but I just wondered.
That's kind of why.
That's it.
Well, Bill was the president of the United States, for God's sake.
I know that.
But,
I'm not stupid.
But one of the guys who knew the Clintons, he killed himself by shooting himself in the back of the head with a rifle.
I've heard that one.
Which, as you do. One guy drowned in a puddle, as you do.
Wow. A baby doesn't drown in a puddle. Are you kidding me?
Drown in a puddle. That's the official story. One guy just got mugged in a bad neighborhood. The mugger who killed him, though, didn't take his wallet or any of his valuables. Just
killed him for the fun of it? It's for sport, actually.
No, it's purely for sport. Strictly catch and release. Japanese albino hunting.
So it really just
One of them scared the shit out of me, and I hit him so hard, I decapitated him. I believe it's called Decapitated Champ. Whatever, motherfucker!
I'm going to fall asleep to that now.
Are we watching Slam and Salmon after the show?
I'm going right to bed, yes.
I'm in. I got to sit here and document what we talked about in this whole show tonight.
Yep, I've ran all over the place today. I'm shot.
Hulkamash Baby says, you mean you can't blow your head off with a rifle? I mean, not from behind. That's going to be
even
pretty bad.
In front of you, that's going to be a reach.
Oh, K Fallen the Great says he shot himself twice in the back of the head. Get it right. Well, yeah, I mean, as you do. As you do. Balls Deep just writes, Vince Foster, miss you, bud. Yeah. It's Bananama.
So basically, literally the only reason is just because all these people have really suspicious deaths. Really? That's it?
Yeah, and they all seem to be really close to the Clintons.
Okay.
That's about it.
Got it.
Do we want to do the Alex Jones impression video?
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
I would never turn down an
It's
Alex
one of my
Jones
favorite videos of all time. Guys, $30 away from our goal tonight. Let's just do that. Let's quickly knock that out before the end of tonight's show in about 10 minutes. Alex Jones impressions. Here we go.
Bill Gates up there with that little chicken neck. You know how he walked like a demonic elf. Hey, Bill Gates. And Angelina Jolie going, children.
I am Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm Piers Morgan. Ever seen a Chewini? My name's Glenn Beck.
It's actually an awesome Glenn Beck impersonation, I have to say.
You have a Chewini now.
I do have a Chewini.
That's Hillary.
Hold on, I'm Gary Johnson.
Hi, this is Barack Obama without my teleprompter. I was raised by the Ford Foundation and Carnegie Endowment.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you? I'm Bernie Sanders.
Chris Hazel's glasses like he's a little smart guy.
Rachel Maddow.
Thank you, Satan, for all your love. Signed, Cheryl Sandberg.
Jabba the Hutt.
Ho, ho, ho. I'm the Amazing Randy. I am Optimus Prime.
I am William F. Buckley of the Central Intelligence Agency, here to control and steer the conservative movement into the sewer line.
And the establishment says, Kambuga Shaka Munda, Kunga Kingo, Buga Laka, Bluga Black, 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 Black.
I don't think there was one bad impression in there.
He's the 8th wonder of the world, in my opinion. Like, he's wonderful.
Oh, really? Because to me, he's 1 through 7.
Oh, well.
If I may ask.
Fuck me.
If I may say so myself. Loaded Wrench says, I did not have murderous relationships. I did not have murderous relations with those people. Some of those should be sound drops. You're probably right. Raz of Chaz says we need Gilbert. What was Gilbert going to do?
What was he doing?
Oh, respond to Mystikal's accusations.
Oh, God.
Let's...
Oh, my God.
All right. Let me take off my glasses so I can properly do this. Before I get into Mystikal, I want to shamelessly whore the fact that in the next 10 minutes... I'd like to get the remaining $30 of our financial goals done. That's right. Born Jewish and died that way. There's the PayPal link in the chat. You filthy pigs. So, Mystikal got arrested for sexually roughing up women. Is this what I'm to understand?
Yes, sir.
I never saw it coming. I look to Mystikal's music, and I say to myself, what warning signs could there have been? What could he have said that spoke to us from the past? And regardless of his 2 previous rape convictions, what else could have warned us that he was a bad apple? May I exhibit to you the song Shake Ya Ass? I'm sorry. I need my specs.
Oh, no.
I like my women fire like Cayenne. Chocolate and bow-legged when I'm running up behind. Go ahead. Get your papa-lock. Let the cock out. For girl, don't lie. You know you want to go back to my house. The man right here. Want to get under that dress right there. You spicy Cajun, we go good time over there. You better suck the head on them there, crawfish. What were the warning signs? I ask you.
Oh.
And you gotta bend all the way over to dance off this. Handle your business, but I know you do it way better. You're dead wrong. So if you're talking about how ends make noise when you pass by, get your fine ass on the floor, girl. This your fucking song. Do your thing. Don't be scared, because you're going to get served. You going to get mine, and then you going to get yours. About to make your ass love it. Raise it up, show the G-string, hustling.
Do you think there were any warning signs?
No. Not even one. My jaw's hurt from laughing.
Skeezy says it's like Gilbert's ghost is possessing Aaron.
Really, though, it's really good.
Would you like the the third one?
Oh.
Would you like the third verse?
Yep.
Thank you, Balls Deep, for $10 on PayPal. I appreciate that. My voice will be shot tomorrow, so that $10 is really going to help. $20 away from our goal tonight, and 5 minutes left in overtime. Would you like the third verse? Loaded Wrench pointing out, not one bit of that rhymes. Yeah, you see like the verbal gymnastics rappers do to make words seem like they rhyme.
They cut words in half. They skip words.
Yeah.
Just
to make it rhyme.
It's free verse poetry. As I was saying, stop your crying, heifer. I don't need all that. I got a job for you. The braided up pimp is back. Break them handcuffs. Fuck you. Move something. And if they ask you what you're doing, say, ooh, nothing.
Oh, my God.
And we've been doing for the past 2 something. And I've been beating that pussy up, now it's smooth fucking. You can bet your bottom dollar. If that pussy fire, you gonna holler, Michael Tyler.
That's his name.
Yeah, I know.
I never knew what that meant until now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally his name. Who else's name would they be hollering?
I never knew what he was saying in that part. I just loved that song.
Aaron's a holla-back girl.
So don't act like you don't be backing that stuff up. Girl in the club, because that's what you got ass for. Wobble, wobble, I'm infatuated. Bitch, ride a dick like she's making a baby.
Jesus.
And I see that we gonna have to go to a quiet corner for just us two, and don't worry about who's looking. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because like me gonna get to work before I know the girl. Bitch, what's happening? Let them see. Show the world.
It's almost like he's not considerate of women.
No, it would seem like those lyrics really make it sound like he's a giant piece of shit.
Red flags every line. Yes. 2 of them even per line.
Literally, every line of a Mystikal song is a red flag for sex abuse.
It's actually jarring.
Yes. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Bandit. And thank you to Skeezy for a 10 and a 20 respectively. So that means we have passed our goal.
Thank you.
And we are $10 into tomorrow night's goal. Thank you guys very much for chipping in and being generous.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that very much. We did it near the buzzer. 4 minutes left in the song. Mikey Two Milk says quintessentially old school steel toe. Here, you know what? Someone's saying, does Gilbert have any healing religious lines
to heal
might
us?
Help
yeah.
Mystikal? Should we see if he can help?
Sure.
Mystikal a little bit.
Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18. Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. That's a long way to go to say don't rape.
I can't watch you when you're doing this. This kills me. The gangly arm bending.
Sorry.
Freaks me out, man.
I have to commit. What can I tell you?
The eye squints and the creepy side glances you'll shoot me every now and then.
Hi Main says, should be a segment, Gilbert reading rap lyrics. Well, I'm just ripping off him doing wet ass pussy.
Oh my God. He did do wet ass pussy before he died.
Yeah, I'm just ripping him off doing that shit. $10 from Matt Singh. Thank you very much. $20.
Thank you.
Ahead for tomorrow. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here. I'm getting all kinds of tweets from people. Joe Biden signs "Don't Say Recession" bill. That's very funny.
That is good.
Sage, yeah, I did have the Andrew Tate video from Ryan Long ready to go. Thank you guys very much for
supporting
the show.
The
yeah, I did.
I don't know what just happened.
Honest to God, I did that Gilbert so much my voice is starting to shred on me.
You're choking. I can't.
I'm shredding a little bit over here.
Do you see what I mean though about the requests for voice impressions now?
Oh yeah.
For like hype trains and shit. Like you don't make it through shows the next day.
You know what? Small price to pay for the level of support.
Yes, but we do need your
that
voice.
This fine audience shows us. I got an email from a guy during the show tonight.
Okay.
It's from Pigzar Animations on YouTube. He says, "Hi, Aaron. Love the show. Found you a few weeks ago through your DSP bits, and I make DSP content on my dedicated YouTube channel, Pigzar Animations with a G.
Better write this down.
I make animated versions of classic DSP moments without showing his face, which means I can't be DMCA'd. And I'm happy to see any detractor channel show the videos, including yours. So if you want to show any of them, feel free. Just watch them for yourself and have a laugh at the pig roach. Well, we can have some fun with these.
Oh, my God.
At some point. Okay, so he does about one every month. That's videos good, children bad. Okay, I'll subscribe to this.
This looks
Turn
great.
on notification.
I'm about to go subscribe.
Pigs are animated. Well, I like that Duty Streams took my advice and he started commenting, like doing commentary on his videos so he can't get DMCA'd.
Yeah.
And now this guy doing animations, that's brilliant. Oh, man. I'm going to fucking die.
Hamburger Steak didn't know Gilbert Gottfried did Wet Ass Pussy.
Oh, yeah, go find that.
He did. Absolutely.
Go find that online for
That's
sure.
worth a watch.
I wonder if Mystikal will be good in prison. Depends. If he does shows for the prisoners, maybe they'll let him slide on a few of the, wowzers. People pay. Main media starts $100 per ticket for comedy. Not even a quarter as good as what's here, you cheap people. Well, Dave, don't yell at the audience. They passed our goal tonight by $20. They did fucking great.
But thank you, Dave.
But thank you, Dave, for the compliment. I appreciate that. The pinned comment at the top today is regarding our anniversary show.
Saturday.
Which is coming up on Saturday. If you're in central Minnesota, I want you to come on out. Join us. We got about 40 tickets left to that show. I know it says 48, but we had a couple orders and then a couple VIPs claim their free tickets. If you want to come out, there's about 40 tickets left to the comedy show and about 15 spots left open in the cornhole tournament. There's the link. Both Lemmy and I have it. Pick up your tickets as soon as you can. All right. Mikey says, I claim my tickets. Did you get anything from Mikey yet?
I feel like I did. Yeah, he's written down. He's on my list.
Okay.
Mikey made the list.
Then you're good already. Then we're done for the night. Thank you guys and girls very much. We appreciate all the support as usual. April, thank you.
Thank you.
I hope we did a funny show for you. I hope it was good. Should we save the Mystikal thing?
It's not a bad idea.
Do you think should I splice it with the Gilbert thing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Let's do the Mystikal segment.
I feel like you can't have one without the other.
I'm gonna write down Mystikal and I will have to edit together to do the Gilbert thing. Plus Gilbert.
You're a talented man.
There we go. Well, I try my best. April, thank you.
Thank you again.
The rest of you, thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Time. I know we are closing in on 4,000 subscribers, so be sure you like this video. That helps the algorithm. And then also make sure you subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We are 14 subscribers away.
Oh, a quick fuck you to everyone who fucking unfollowed or unsubscribed. Because that was 7 away earlier.
Yeah, we were 5 away at one point.
5 away? Yeah. I even got a new subscriber today. Like, that was supposed to be over and done with already. Thanks, guys.
Well, we'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.